Why didn't my sound? Wait, but am I pressing the right someone? Oh, wow.
Beautiful way to start, everybody.
Perfect.
Beautiful way to start. I was joking.
No, I don't, gamer. He's choking me.
That's even worse the way that sounds.
God, this is.
Well, alright then.
Sexual.
No, it's. It's okay. We're gonna be banned in the next 5 minutes, so let's go and get this underway. So welcome back for any returning people listening / watching, which in this case is only, so far one person, which, not gonna call out any names. Look at me. But so welcome back, where last time we turned into the political ensemble. That was fun. And this time not so much.
But we don't know that yet.
Yet. We have a very big tendency just to change things up out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere.
Because we talk about a game, and then randomly we start talking about like a fucking anime that's unrelated at all to that game. Because we're that good.
Yeah, we're that good where we just go off topic the entire time. If that wasn't already a podcast name, it would have been ours. It's already a name, so we can't take it. Still.
We steal it anyway. We eat them and we... No, why I forgot to eat them.
No, stop it. Okay.
I think it's the door is open and I know...
Okay. So anyways,
welcome back!
So today, we're probably not gonna have too much of a crazy enough thing to go for. One thing we haven't really done, but I've actually thought if I ever make these into just audio clips, which, to be honest, like I said, I'm probably just going to straight up take the audio from the streams and just upload it straight like that, not actually editing out any huge spaces or anything. So just screw it, it's just how it works. But I was just thinking for any random people out there, be like, who are these people who are talking? They never say who they are. And then there's other people on other podcasts, they do that literally every episode introduction.
Yes. And
So should we start that?
Are we gonna be professional? Nah, we're not getting paid enough for that.
I mean, hey, look at the title, man.
Which one?
Mine especially.
The one I made or yours?
Mine especially. But anyway, if the title wasn't already a good enough thing, and if any other thing wasn't a clue, I'm obviously Nexus. That guy over there is Swede, or whatever he wants to call himself.
Can you prove that any of us actually exist, though?
Who knows? We could all be in a simulation. It could just be like the Matrix, man. You never know. This could all be fake.
It's no paper gonna be like, oh god, they're having an existential crisis. Let's go watch something else. Let's go watch some Minecraft again.
It's all about watching Minecraft these days, guys. If you don't stream or upload stuff on Minecraft, you're not worth it.
Yeah, but that is like, if it'd been a year ago, it'd been like, oh, let's go watch Fortnite, and you're like, no. No.
Now it's Minecraft, I'm like, alright, whatever, you do you. Because,
I'm fine with Minecraft, like,
nice enough.
That I'm fine with, but like, when Form was big, like, no, it was like,
still kind of big. I mean...
Yeah, but it's not like you see it everywhere like you did like a year.
I still see it everywhere. I just figured out they freaking made a Fortnite book. Like a legitimate Fortnite book that's officially published and everything. I freaking went to Walmart or some yesterday or the day before, and I was just passing by the book section, and I look over, I'm like, there's a freaking Fortnite book there. What the hell?
You should have bought it.
Why the hell would I buy that?
I mean,
Makes
you
no
already do
sense.
trash content on the channel, so why not do even more?
Yes, yes. Let me start a new segment called, book reviews, and I will review just Fortnite books, just to show how terrible how terrible I think the game is. Sounds like a plan.
Hey, I wasted $10 on this book just to review it, and it was not good.
So
Maybe-
please watch my video. Give it a like, subscribe. We should have clicked that dang bell for once. Please, I need the views. No.
You need more than that. You
Yeah.
need to actually make good content.
What you
To
talking
get the
about?
views.
I think it's not the problem that I need to make good content. It's the problem that I need to make content.
Okay, you have content. You don't upload the content.
Okay, yeah, let me do the. Yeah, I need to start uploading the content. I have plenty of made content just sitting on a hard drive. Well, I'm sorry. Okay.
I love how we have not even started talking about the topic we have. We are just
Well,
crashing right
technically, we kind of have. I mean,
now. Yeah, I mean,
we don't have to go into actual topics. I mean, it is a
Yeah.
podcast, something we've been like avoiding for 7 episodes straight, where we just go straight into scripted content, or kind of. It's like, okay, we're talking about the topics. We don't necessarily talk about just random stuff that comes out of our heads.
actually,
the only time we
this is
do-
the content we do. We
Well-
trash stuff, so that's basically our content. So
Well, I know, but I
technically
mean,
we start
it's
with the content.
it's still better to just like actually go
Yeah.
randomly off instead of, or just have a random freaking conversation instead of, hey, let's talk about the specific thing right away.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We always somehow that happens. That
I
happens.
mean, yeah, that can happen in the middle, but I'm just saying right there at the beginning.
Yeah, that's because we are so set into. I heard someone talk in the background,
That's me.
or a cat.
That's me. I
Right.
said, that's nice. It's nice. I can talk in not that very much higher of a pitch.
Oh
It's
my
really not that
god.
much.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Okay, now we just need to refrain from saying that phrase for the next like 10 minutes, otherwise we are banned. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on.
At least it doesn't get monetized on YouTube.
That's because it never gets monetized in the first place.
No, first, you get monetized, or actually, they take away. You have all these companies taking away his monetization. Then you have that one company blocking it.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Here, I don't think I actually got the chance to rant this on here.
Oh,
I didn't.
that's me.
No, I didn't do that last time. So you know what? Sure, let's go ahead and do that little trash bit. So everybody who came here for us to trash something, well, I'm about to trash something that has personally happened to me twice now, which is pure bullshit. So yeah.
Well, one of them I can get, like the Black Ops video. I can get a little bit why they do that.
I can kind of get that one, but the other one made no sense. So, for context, I feel like I did say it, but mainly because I've told so many people about it already, and it's on my Twitter like crazy. So,
And no one listens
you-
anymore. They are like,
if
oh,
you
it's
are like
complaining
the
again.
if you're like the 3 people who actually interact with me on Twitter, which chances are you're not watching me on here, because I'm pretty sure those people only talk to me on there. So, yeah. So yeah. Before, when I did my last stream of Black Ops 2, I obviously beat the entire campaign, and as you know, at the end of that campaign is the Avenged Sevenfold Carry On music video. At the time, I had no idea that that was the actual official music video that they used the in-game engine for. Didn't know that. All I knew was, hey, it has a copyrighted song, so I can watch this scene and then skip the song. No problem. So then later, when the stream archive goes up, I find out, oh hey, my video has been completely blocked worldwide. Yay, all because I had that in it. I'm like, okay, well, they couldn't just monetize it. They wanted to block it. Okay, that's really stupid. And for the longest time, it wouldn't even show a freaking video editor. When I was like trying to find the thing so I could just cut that part out, but nope. When I tried downloading the video and re-uploading it, it only got it to an hour. But that didn't work either. And then we skip ahead a little bit further. When I decided to do the Clone Hero stream and the new setlist that came out, it had an Avenged Sevenfold song in it. Guess what happened? Blocked again. What's even worse, what's really the worst part about that, is the fact that all the other songs that I played, pretty much most of them were copyrighted. You know, were copywritten, or however you're gonna say that word. Copyright, that thing.
Copyright notice.
Copyrighted, I guess, but yeah. Just point is, I was trying to say the plural of it, but yeah. All of those were set to monetize and get ads out of it. So basically, that I'm perfectly okay with. If some music owner or like label company, whatever, just if they want to monetize their content on my channel, that's fine because it's theirs in the first place. That's okay. But block it for no freaking reason, no sense. So calling you out, Hopeless Records, which apparently I guess holds the like licenses for Avenged Sevenfold music. You block every video that you come across that has the music in it. And you just blocked a video and stopped tons of other companies from getting their money from me. So that's kind of stupid on your part.
And that was when I reacted like, I get the part when if it's the music video because it can be offensive maybe, or it's maybe not fitting for every country because that happens.
Well, it wasn't that it was offensive or anything. It was just that it was an actual copyrighted content. That was just it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
That. And I can get that part because that's like, fine. Maybe it's not like, because again, some music is actually blocked in certain countries because it is not, it spreads maybe a message that isn't likely to want to be viewed in that country. So the
yeah,
music
but I get
in
in specific countries that didn't get blocked. That's fine, I guess, which I've had happen at times.
Yeah. Well, have you ever got that when you get blocked in like every country in the world except like maybe 2 or something?
I've had that. What's even worse is I've had like a bunch of like blocks from different countries, and I have never heard of any of the countries. I'm like, I look at my list, I'm like, the hell are these country names?
Islands.
Like I don't.
Place.
Oh god. Yeah, I just.
Like, you read through that list, and then you read like a McDonald's item, so you're like, is this what?
Yeah, I don't know where those countries are from that I got blocks in. Like, I don't know if it was in like Africa or South America or something. Just like, just different kind of names and everything. I'm like, where are these countries from? Like, I don't even know.
Are you really existing?
I mean, it could have been some other place too, but I cannot say.
The aliens start blocking you too. They're like, nope, this content is too bad.
At this rate, because we're about to like move, you know, like soon enough when the world gets into space, we're gonna have copyright blocks that are gonna be blocked in space. So we're gonna have literally, so it's just gonna be like, oh,
sorry,
your
content is blocked in Jupiter.
Wow. Yeah, it's like your content is blocked blocked in the United States, in Japan, in Russia, in the ISS, whatever the hell.
Space station.
Yeah, that's what it is, ISS. But it's like, there's that, and also you've just been blocked on Mars. Like, the entire Mars is not allowed to watch my content when maybe only a portion of Mars is being used to live on. Okay. That's cool.
They're blocking the aliens to watch your content.
Right. No one is allowed. You can't piggyback on our satellites if it's blocked in the first place, sucker.
If they have to start using a VPN.
I just thought of a friggin' aliens trying to use a VPN. How the hell is that gonna work?
Ooh.
Oh,
Halo.
I need to freaking turn that off. Labs, what are you doing? Just okay.
Found language. The agencies are already they're attacking everything.
I don't think it cares if you use F-bombs, but I guess it cares if you use it. Alright, I gotta take that off soon. I guess just refrain from using that word for now, and next time it'll just be gone.
Oh god, this is too funny making fun of everything because the future is so dumb because in reality, if we do colonize another planet, then we're gonna colonize maybe another planet again, and then we're gonna do that. Then when someone does content these days, that's gonna be viewed on every of those planets basically. So you're gonna basically have that's like, oh, this planet can't watch your content, and you're like, you're basically gonna block the content on another planet.
Wow.
You see that like they sit there on the moon like, I gotta see if there's anything good on YouTube. Sorry, you can't watch this blocked in your video blocked. You're like, oh, but okay, I'm gonna go this video blocked. Oh.
I was gonna add something to that, and then I looked back at chat and I'm like, oh, okay. Because, well, I mean, hey, kind of.
Yeah, the budget thing. Yeah. Oh god, that's so dumb. People are so afraid of. Oh, can you take that up? Like, people are so afraid of robots taking over the world, and yet we're too fucking lazy to do something ourselves. That we need robots to do the job.
I mean, it's kind of our fault for trying to make, make automatons and all that other crap.
Yeah, and then we sit there are afraid that they're gonna take over. Like, yeah, they gonna because you're too dumb to understand that you make them because you're too lazy to do it yourself. So you make a robot make the job. But if they get intelligent enough, you're gonna get fucked over.
Pretty much.
It's gonna be like Detroit become human. Like if the robots get self-aware, you're gonna lose. That's the issue.
Yeah. Not to talk too much about the game that I have not seen anything on.
Yeah, but basically that people know that they are talking about it. It's like, so I recommend Detroit Become Human. You should play it. Also, hello.
Why did I get it first?
No, I can't read. Loop up. Oh my god, that name. My brain is not working. But hi, the person that's watching my stream. Wow, your boss doesn't like Halo Gamer right now.
Okay. While we're my god, while we're here, I am gonna have to go to the freaking Cloudbot real quick and fix that crap. Cause it's making me mad just looking at it. Jesus, Streamlabs, come on.
The Streamlabs bot is like, I'm gonna take over.
There's so many stupid conspiracy theories that are just out there, honestly. I mean, I really don't understand
We
them.
should do an episode of that, like have like weird conspiracy theories, because that's like a nerdy thing more so that would work for us. Yeah, we talked that as I mentioned, we talked before the podcast because like last week we turned really political in the middle of it. Like that's the thing. Being a nerd is a political way because technically everything we talk about, like if it's an anime, in the end, if you have two different views, that's politics. That's the definition of politics. Is if you argue about a thing, that's how politics works. Yeah. Everything in these days are politics. And we were like, we're gonna have to soon rename our podcast if we're gonna start politics. But the thing is, we're gonna always be into that. Wow. Wow. Halo Game is like, it's really released. Sorry for we're more north than America, so it's hard for us to be in the east.
Yeah, I'm adding. I'm fixing this. So, by the way, that should no longer happen. That should no longer happen. No, it's because it had the default blacklist turned on. I turned it off. So now that's no longer on, and now I am setting my own words that I don't want said. Mainly just
My Little
slurs and
Pony.
such. No, mainly
My
just
Little
slurs.
Pony. So I can say My Little Pony if I want
Keep saying it, I'm gonna add it.
to. Come in the same. My Little Pony. You're banned 600 seconds.
Right.
Oh god, that would be like, no. How to censor people? Can't even mention like a show like. What do you think about this show? Like, nope, blacklisted. You're muted 600 seconds. Like,
I added a few words. I'll add more later. We're in a middle of a thing.
or you do like buy a bot that's random. It's like, oh, you do this. You said this. Isn't even meant to be blocked, and it's blocked because I have like, I don't want it to be, even if people that knows me knows that I have tendency to do a little bit too much adult jokes a lot. Beginning of the stream.
It can't be as bad as my Discord bot. Remember what that did before when this guy took a picture of like what was it, like a plant, like a, I don't remember what it was. I think it was a helicopter cockpit. I don't remember what it was, but something like that. But because he used the word cockpit, just that first word in that, the first part of that word is what triggered Dino's like thing. It's just like no, wrong word, foul language.
Sir,
It's just
sir,
like,
what did you just say? Sir? I'm talking about the thing that piloted it. Sir, what are you talking about?
I mean, come on. It's just like, oh, you have relative word thing turned on. Like,
It's the same with like Mappa. It's just the same thing. Like if you say something that sounds like an organ or anything that is wrong, it's like, oh, what did you just say? I'm gonna block you that word. Like,
there's a few of random
Like, I
words
don't- or you have, or what if you talk about a person with a name that has that word in it? What are you gonna do? Like, there's actual people call stuff like that, and
I have never heard of anybody with those names, but okay.
have you ever? There's a hockey player in Sweden called Dick Axelson.
Well, that's fine. That makes sense. Dick, that's a actual, like,
Yeah,
popular
so
name.
but there's also what you call.
Especially a
whatever-
good nickname for somebody if their name is Richard. People,
I have
if your
heard
name
that
is
too,
Richard,
like-
your nickname is Dick. It's a thing. Like Bill and
Now you're
Bob.
attacking everyone.
No, Bill and William. That's what it was. If your name's William, then it's like Bill. What's Bob from? Like something that makes you say Bob
Billy Bob?
instead. No, yeah. There's a name that you have, and you say Bob as the nickname for it. Robert. That's what it is. If your name is Robert, then Bob is the nickname.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like a set list. Except William is Bill, Robert is Bob, Richard is Dick.
William is Bill. What? William
I
is
don't-
Will.
No, I mean, Bill is another thing. I don't know. It's weird.
Why?
I don't know. It's the thing. Like, people will randomly just call people Bill if their name is William. Or vice versa. I don't know. It's weird.
Hello, my name is William. Okay, so we're gonna call you Bill. Not related at all with your name, but you know, your name is now Bill. Oh, your name is Richard. So, I'm sorry, you're Dick now.
I wonder who thought of that, honestly. But if it's their actual name, okay, fine. But then you just have, like, no, your just name's Dick. Like, oh, okay.
Jesus
I mean,
fucking
that's
Christ.
about right.
Boss! Jesus! The boss is taking over.
And what?
You said, you got
Oh my god, is it doing this again?
What is going on?
That's not even in my words. That's why. Freaking turn off again.
Did you forget to save? Like, is
I
this save button?
did! I turned it off and I pressed save, and then I looked at the top right, it's like, oh, it's saved. And then when I go back to it, it's like, oh no, it's back on again. Like, it's fine now.
You're self-aware.
YouTube. I know. Let me go to YouTube just to make sure that this is hide. Yep, we're good. Alright.
Oh, my stomach hurt right now. We're making fun of names, and the bot is like trying to destroy it.
Yeah, it's fine now. If for some reason you get timed out or anything, just message in the Discord server and I'll untime you out, because that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh god, this podcast is now just turning into making fun of everything.
I know, this is just a derail, like, okay. Dude, that's another thing, because, I'll have to read it, because the thing about my podcast setup is that I don't have the chat involved, because the original purpose of it was not to read chat unless we were, like, in the middle of topics, or there was something that was said in the chat that would actually be, like, worth talking about, so...
Yeah, but the thing is, now we are basically including chat because we are talking about chat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to read it because I don't have the overlay on screen. So basically, again, we're just saying that Streamlabs and Dino are having an affair because we were mentioning that both of them are having freaking issues with please refrain from using foul language. Like, dude, this is not a family-friendly channel. It is like 17. I said it as like 17 and up because that's just my usual thing. It's just like, that is the usual thing anyway. Have freaking what you would call mature content. So, yeah, if you don't like
that fucking rating disturbs me a lot. Like mature content, like the definition of mature, that is that you're over 18. But
your mature is 17, and then adult is 18 and up.
And you're like, and then you sit there like.
It's not a Christian channel, that's for sure.
It's 1 year different. But apparently, if you're 17, you're just mature, but you're not adult. But when you're
see, that's another thing I don't understand either, because in like the movie system here, it's like we have rated R, and you would think that would be able to have like 18 and up type of content, but no, that's NC-17. Actually, no, I think what that is basically like rated R would basically be like you have something that could be like incredibly gruesome or whatever, and then you can still have your kids in. I don't know if that's the case, but basically like with that you can have like a parent can bring their own kid to a rated R thing because you're a kid, you have to freaking learn how to parent, so you do that. And then when you have NC-17, you have to be 17 or up in order to go. There is no bringing having like a supervisor or whatever.
This is what
You were breaking a lot there, buddy.
Yeah.
Discord, come back.
You know how my anime list have R plus as rating? Is it? I think that's the Japanese rating system. Also, that's basically the 17. That's like mature content. That R plus is mature, but R is basically like 15. Like normally 15 content in Sweden, because we have like horror movies in Sweden are from 15 and up. Like action, and if it's not too violent, action and adventure stuff like that is often 11 and up. Often, not always. Comedy can be from 7 and 11, and sometimes 15, depending on how deep the language is.
To me, I just like drop all rating, honestly. There's some ratings make sense.
Rating doesn't really care. No one really cares about the rating.
I mean, look at it this way. They're freaking making a Dora the Explorer movie, which, by the way, is a PG, it's like a G, like rated cartoon. It's like a G-rated cartoon, maybe PG, I don't know, but I think it's just G. Very sure on that. So that is a cartoon that is that. So it is like for little kids or toddlers. It's like that little market. But then we have the Dora the Explorer movie that's coming out. That's live action. And then you have Dora that just pull out a knife out of nowhere, and like that's the thing. Like, okay. So
That's why I'm like, that when I get to this, when you watch like certain anime, the says that it's R, or it says it's PG-13, then you're like, no, this part is not PG-13. Yet it doesn't show anything maybe that is too bad, but when you read up on a lot of the stuff, they break that, like, Sword Art Online, like a station, is rated PG-13. I still think it is on my anime list. And I'm like, no, it's not.
well, there's
like,
2 episodes. Okay, no, there's like
5
5 episodes.
The last 6 episodes definitely is like PG-13.
Okay, so 7 episodes. Because you had that
And
one
you have,
episode that was, the gory one and all that crap.
Yeah, the adults. And I'm like,
That
you
is it.
still have to. Yeah, that's content should be R-rated. Anyway, the whole anime should be R-rated because they are actually moving from the PG. Because yes, the original actually, and that's a Gun Game Online is also a little bit on the line of being on the R-rated because of the death part in the death stuff, but it doesn't show it in the same way. So it's like
that's the thing. They don't really show it. The main thing that's shown is just blood. Like there is blood shown in that point.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're a 13-year-old that can't handle blood, I'm sorry for you, man. But
You got issues. You just go. This isn't your show.
but with like I said, they literally kill people. That's the thing, and it's meant to be like a real world. So they're basically doing a simulation in a real world. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling.
But basically, it's Matrix.
Yeah, basically.
If you die,
Wow.
if you die in the Matrix, you die for real because your mind can't
Unless
live.
you're curious,
Wait, yeah.
Unless
Your body
fucking
can't live
curious.
without the mind. That's cool.
But here's the thing.
I've never watched the movies.
That's our rating in the way because they do actually go above the normal standard. Like, you notice that every season, the first season is the PG-13 one. That's definitely PG-13. Even if they make the terrible stuff.
There's only one episode. There's only one episode of that. Well, okay. We're talking about the first actual season, so in that case, yeah, okay. We'll say this, for example, there is 4 episodes that should not even be included, or should be rewritten. One of which is only in your opinion. Because me, I could care less.
Oh, you're talking about Seneca.
Yeah, that episode. You just want to get rid of that entirely.
No, I just want to get rid of her. I can take the episode. I can take her being in the other episode.
See, this is a good thing for you because, spoiler alert, which I'm not even going to put up the warning because it's a very quick thing, so you can just mute for like 5 seconds on Sword Art Online Abridged if you haven't seen that. Very funny thing. It's on YouTube, free. You should go watch it. Very funny. Makes fun of it a lot.
We watched it together.
Yeah, we did. Except for the last 2 episodes because I went to sleep and you watched the rest, so good.
Yeah.
But still, good show. Go watch. I'll just, I'll say it. But anyway, okay. So, the good thing about that show is I don't think they could be bringing Silica back because they kind of made it seem like she's going to really hate him. So, good for you. He probably won't see her at all.
Yeah. They just proved the Silica was worthless. No one ever liked her truly. They was like,
I'm sure
oh, let's add
definitely
her.
people who do, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
but those people are a little bit. We should not talk about that stuff because the people
go
that
there.
like her often likes her, and they're often adults with.
Let's not go to that side of the internet today.
Didn't we already do that by talking about Silica?
No, we were just talking about her as you thinking she's just a bad character, not as
She is
what
a
the
bad
bad
character.
side of the internet thought of her.
Yeah.
We're not going there.
My face is itchy.
And in reality, I wasn't really going to talk about it during the podcast, because I'm like, we kind of went through it like last time and the time before, sort of, or a couple times before maybe. But yeah, Hello Gamer bringing up of the news of the new shooting that happened. Like, yeah.
Is it based on video games again?
No,
Is
this
it
one. Okay. I didn't really read about the shooting. I just know that it happened in. I think it happened in Texas, and the thing is about it is that I forgot what it was. Like, I was like the governor or something. Hold on, it's literally right on the front page of Twitter. I can literally just. This. Hold on.
Did the governor shoot people or did the governor
No,
get
the
shot?
governor did not.
The governor starts shooting people because of video games.
Oh, probably there's a Okay, here we go. No, this was just a lawmaking thing in Texas. So it was just a law deal. But I think it was something about the shooting in Odessa, which I don't know about. But anyway, something about a Texas lawmaker that doesn't agree with adding gun restrictions to the law.
I mean,
I would say stop the problem. Well, it's not the fact of like making sure these certain guns don't go out. It's the fact of who gets them is what I'm talking about. He's saying no to mental screenings, not to that. Just to check the person to see if they're okay. That's it. That's all I really think people should do, is that they should just have like a mental check or have like a psych evaluation.
The only restriction you should need is, are you mentally stable?
Like, do you have a psych evaluation? You need that. How many people are in your house? And just basically like, what are people that live with you more so, and like what is their mental like situation? Because if you're all good, then okay, hey, have a gun around. I mean, it's you can get one. But if one of you are not good, then no gun at all. You'd have to move somewhere else. Get that person out.
Yeah. What the fuck? I thought some phone vibrated. What's happening? I thought the phone vibrated or something because something happened and it was nothing.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. I'm not crazy.
Oh, the shooting was about guys. What is it? Stopped on a traffic stop and then started shooting stuff. Yeah, I don't know. People are
but if we will go political, but we have to. But here's gonna be the view on their side, because politics are amazing, aren't they? But it's gonna be like they're gonna blame video games somehow.
I mean, in reality, this bit isn't about politics. It's just, it's
Yeah, but in the end, do you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go to be like, oh, it's the video game's fault. Like, even if it's even not connected to video game, it's gonna be the video game's fault, because welcome to the world. Not something that's different or good or makes people actually avoid other people. That's dangerous, because we can't have people avoiding each other, because then we cannot watch them.
Poor everybody else. My fellow whatever we're called. I forgot our names. Damn it. Gotta look up the name now. Okay, but yeah, we're not really gonna go too much into it. We're not really gonna go too much into it, because honestly, it's I just don't really want to go into that kind of topic today, because that was last time's topic, to go into like violence and video games and shootings and stuff. So I'll skip around to that. Oh, and what I was saying before the thing is, my fellow INFPs. Sorry guys, if you if that's you or something, and you just, no video games for you. You can't have your way to escape from the world.
Yep. You can't escape.
By the way, INFP is basically another way. I mean, there's more to it. I just don't know what it fully says. I just know the I, and it's obviously meaning introvert.
Yeah, the I, and then it's like, and wasn't not it was something with NA, I think, on the end. But yeah, here's the thing. I think there's a thing though about it. There's like, when people like that are introverted, their way of communication often is through gaming, other hobbies. That doesn't mean that they have to talk with other people that much.
I should just
Like,
in. That's just random. Yeah.
like for me, gaming has always been an escape because I don't like people. And yes, that's because people are irritating. Seriously.
Ain't that the truth?
Like, I don't think technically no one is technically introverted. They're just like they don't really care about people because it's like they're gonna do
I
something.
would say that there are obviously introverted people. I mean, me, I'm that. I have like a tendency to become a little bit extroverted when it comes to. Well, no, that's still introverted actually. You can still be an introvert, but have like a very fun time with friends or something, and like seem like you're outgoing. But then it's like, nope, gotta recharge.
That's friends, and often people when you are with friends, you often sit and talk because you enjoy that. But when it comes to like random people, the people that has to deal with almost every day, those that are introverted, like they probably gonna say something that I'm not gonna like, and I'm gonna have to just try to stay together to not say something stupid.
You know, I could definitely agree with that. But that's another thing with here's another thing that Halo Gamer brings up that actually makes sense. So obviously, you know, saying that basically that made more friends like from games and stuff than real life, which me basically same way. Because yeah, what about me just says, hey, be my friend, or like, hey, I want to be friends with that guy, just like seeing me out there randomly or some other thing I'm doing. When it comes to games, I at least get some kind of like friends out of it. I mean, it's even funny, and that's how it works for me sometimes in real life, is that someone has to know I play games, like, oh hey, friend.
Yeah, and
that's how me and Architect started being friends, because literally it's just like, oh hey, you play games? Yeah, sure, all right, cool, friends.
That's not how we met though. You and I, when we met, was through streaming.
Yeah.
But there's also a way to connect with people, like streaming. That's so good because streaming gaming connects people. But it's so frowned upon because it's like
because it's different is the thing. It's just like it's new, it's different. It's something that like the boomer generation and stuff like that, they just don't understand the whole like, what does this do for you? Like, I don't know. It's just, I think it's just a waste of time. You're not socializing with anybody. You need to get out there and do stuff, not sit in a chair or wherever at a desk and just be online or whatever. But in reality, you do have a lot of stuff online that is actually pretty good. I mean, I agree. You need to go. You know, some people need to get out some. But you need to get out.
Are you saying something?
I'm saying you might need to get out a little bit there, buddy. Probably somewhere else other than Sweden, but you know. So just get out a little bit, and yeah. But regardless, what the hell's the problem with gaming or wanting to do content creation?
I mean, if you think about this, if you make like, people are like, oh, this is bad, but if you think about it, if gaming is bad, isn't then physical stuff also bad because you can actually hurt yourself physically?
Pretty much. It's like, I mean, hey, in this way you could play let's say for sports, for example, like, oh hey, you like football or soccer or football, however you want to pronounce that one, or whatever else. Then you're like, oh hey, I want to play that. You go out and play it physically, you're probably going to get a concussion or some major injuries in some way or another. You play it on a game, you're perfectly safe. The only thing that's going to happen there is you're probably going to throw a controller because you missed the goal and the other team won. So it sucks for you.
Yeah, basically, that's the thing. And same, like, if you, and we could take a war as an example too. Like, if you go to a real war, you can die. You can be...
Yeah, but I don't think that's the thing people really want to do. It's like, oh hey, I just, you know, I really want to go to this.
People that
like,
says, oh, I want to fight for my country, but if you think about it...
Yeah, but that's a different thing. It's just like, you know, that's actually the idea of wanting to protect in some way, or do that.
Here's the thing, people are like, but there's people like that say, yeah, go, you have to go to war, like people that doesn't understand, like, but in the end, if they play a game that's violent, then now we're gonna go into this because automatic, because if you think about it, they say that video games it's violent. They play war games and stuff like that. What the fuck is a real war then? Is that not violent? That's so dumb because people don't see they connect stuff that doesn't act together. But then when it comes down to it, you ask people to do the same thing they do at home on a screen and doesn't hurt anyone in real life. Like, in the end, if you go outside, you're gonna get hurt. You have a bigger chance to get hurt outside than you have inside.
Okay, now you just sound like those, I forgot what it's called. It's an actual phobia where you're afraid to go outside because you're gonna get hurt in some way. No, I know you're not, but I'm saying like you're making this conversation is starting to turn that way where it's like we're talking about that phobia.
I mean, it's a fact anyway because it's true. Because how often is it? Yes, you can get hurt at home too, but it's a less.
Bruh, if we're gonna be deployed for alien invasion, sign me up. I'm in.
Yeah, why not? If we're gonna be ready for a war, I need to play some Halo if we're gonna fight aliens.
I mean, hey, it's good enough. You get some idea. I mean, you have to play that, or you can play Mass Effect, or all the games I deal with it.
Ooh, what is it more? I don't. Do we not have? And there's not many like
aliens.
Alien invading games. It invade Earth or not?
There's a few, but I just thought about that. I was like, what other games deal with aliens? And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh yeah, aliens. There's games for that. For that series. Mass Effect, which I need to get more into. People say just watch the first game and play the other two, because I have all three. Well, I don't have the newest one, but
Andromeda on my PlayStation.
I don't have that one. I mean, I can easily get it because it's like really cheap now.
Yeah, if you have EA access, you can get it also.
Yeah, but I don't at the moment. But I'm saying it's like, it's very cheap. It's like $5 or something at a store.
Good for you, want them never.
No, because at the moment I don't want the game. So whatever. Anyways, let's continue.
We've been live for 1 hour, and for once we're not talking about any topics that we have.
This is what a podcast should be. This is what a podcast should be, where we don't have these set topics. Like, this is why at the top of my topics, like, document, I literally said, these are ideas, none of which have to be done. So, none of which. You can literally just keep talking about whatever. One of the topics
we're gonna have to do, I'm sorry, but we have to do it because...
Wait.
You know which one. You know what I'm talking about, mister.
I don't know. There's two of them that are very, and then there's one of them that's like, ooh. I mean, people already know about it, but still. Which one are we on about?
You're gonna follow, by the way, apparently.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
Switch. Welcome to the
Twisted Peppers. Welcome and thank you for the follow.
Do you know it took me a while to read that? Like I read the following, I was like, what is it saying? What?
Wow.
Why is my brain not connected to what?
Your brain is not connected to be able to read that. That is, that's not a very complex name, man. Come on, it's easy to read.
The name wasn't the problem. It wasn't the rest. Like, thank you for the follow. I couldn't go down to read the name. I was like, well, wait.
Your brain just wouldn't. Your brain would not let your eyes look just like an inch downward, just like think.
It's like someone is saying that someone is following. I can't read the name because my eyes isn't connecting that they should read the name.
Too late. He does. Anyway. All right. So.
And I'm proud to say it also. I do watch it.
Let's just not say the word right now. I don't need more reasons to get kicked
My
off.
Little Pony.
Damn jabroni.
I mean, I do watch Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D also.
And that's just sad.
Yeah. But here's the thing. It's more of the completion of the anime than the series of the anime, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, than of the actually anime in this case. Like, I don't like it, but I want to watch it because I want to have like, because if they reference something from a previous version, I want to understand it.
At this point, with them making like different shows of it, I'm just like, I just don't really see the point in referencing the old ones. Just like, meh. Unless it's just like a plot point reference, like just say to like,
they basically mentions Yugi.
Dude, that's like at the end. Isn't that like in the last episode or something? Like you actually have that, or is it in another show that does that?
They fight Yugi in the end of the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's the very freaking last episode, and that's not a spoiler because the show's been out for a while. I haven't even seen that entire show, and I know that because it's literally right. It was literally a recommended thing for like the longest damn. Anyway, what is the topic you were wanting me to do?
DBS.
This is gonna be very fun.
This is gonna be the most toxic topic we ever done, I think.
I don't. This is gonna be probably the shortest topic because honestly,
but also the most toxic because we are so different in views.
Yeah, we have a lot of different views on this one.
Yeah, but most people is. Here's the thing: most actual people that watch anime, most prefer sub, and I'm like, yes, that's perfect.
I mean,
that's how it should.
I wouldn't really call it most. That's the thing, and no, it's not because it should. Okay. I want to go ahead and just start this whole deal right here and now. So obviously, when we talk BBC, yep, totally. Let's start talking about Doctor Who.
Now we're gonna talk about a thing. Let me get some.
No, let's just start talking about BBC. Let's get some Doctor Who in here. That show needs to come back in better ways. Anyway.
What isn't there on like 20 seasons on that show?
No, it's on the 13th. Well, no, they're technically on like they're technically on the. This would be the 13th Doctor that they're currently on right now, so that's a different thing. Anyway, back to original topic. So yeah, the topic obviously is dub versus sub, as you probably could have already told, or could have already mentioned before.
Man.
So the thing really is that the reason why I put this as a topic is mainly because it's kind of become more of a thing lately. More people are starting to talk more about like that again, like going back to that. Like, okay, don't know why, it's kind of over and done. You like it, you don't. But then it's like, okay, now it's back. So it just resurfaced out of nowhere. Like people are starting to argue about it again. Like, why? We get it. You want to listen to it in your native language, or you want to listen to it in a language you sure as hell don't understand, but you want to read it, or you want to listen to the language that you do now understand, but you just find it better. Or you're just this guy and you just find it better. Because, Weebro Otaku, have your fun.
Yeah. Did you like my comment, by the way?
Yeah, I see that. Says the unprofessional gamer.
Oof. Oof. That's unprofessional.
Wait,
but the
that doesn't even go back.
Wow.
Damn, okay, that did, okay. That has nothing to do with what we're on about, but okay.
But that's overly attacked, like, wow.
Alright. So to go back about, dub and sub.
Let me just fix my warm because it's warm in my room. Summer is over, but hey, we don't get that here.
Right. So to explain for anyone who obviously doesn't know, who doesn't watch anime or something, or they're like new to it and just don't understand the definition of dub and sub. So in this case, it's basically sub it's the original Japanese language, but they put your language subtitles over top of it. So there's that, and a lot of people prefer it that way because in many different reasons. One, they either just like the voices better, which that I could perfectly understand. If you like the voices better, that's you. It's your opinion. Go for it. Then there's the other people who are just like, well, it's better that way. That it should be that way. That everything should be in its original language and should watch it that way. Yes, I'm personally attacking Sweden this way.
Yes,
come on.
And I'm proud to say I prefer original over fake.
It's not fake. How can you say that's fake? It's a different take. That is it. That is the point of a dub. Is that it's just a different take in a different language. There is no fake. It's not a copycat. It's just how it goes.
Do you know what? Do you know? Here's the thing. A person mentioned to me. He said that Japanese actors, voice actors, actually read the manga or the novel to understand their character.
Not all.
Not all, but
no, not that many, honestly. I don't know who is saying most in that.
Kaji Yuki does it because he can do any character really good.
I'm saying that it would help in reference to their character. It makes sense, but then there's a lot of people who just don't. Like any new actor, either a dub actor or sub actor, they just like, they get the job and they just go for it.
But that's an issue. That is, you should always like look up what is your character like. That was the thing. But okay, I'm gonna reference the thing we did. We did Blank Dream. Me and X just like no voices at all in the game, so we did our own voice acting on that one. And here's the thing. When we knew basically every character in that game because we have played it, and we knew what they were like, so we tried to make the character in a way that worked.
Well, that's not what everybody does, and at the same time, they don't need to in order for it to be good.
You need to.
You don't need to know the character. You don't need to know the character in order to go for it. You don't need to know the source material in order to be a part of some kind of similar project. A lot of people think you do. You really don't. You just need to be the voice that can act. That can actually sound like a real person, not like you're just straight reading from a piece of paper.
How can you act on a character you don't know anything about? How do you act on something?
Because it's just reference. Like all you have to do, literally that's just what the director tells you. But the director could just tell you like how it's supposed to be in a way. Like you get voice references, like, hey, this person has like a higher pitch type of voice, or this person has like a low pitch. It's like mid-range, low-range, whatever. Or this person's like an energetic type of character, or a, I don't know, just something. Or an angry person. You get those type of little asides you have to pay attention to.
You don't get the good angry people in dub. I swear to God, Japanese angry people are fucking angry. Or they sound disappointed. That's mostly because Japanese people are a lot.
Trust me, there's a lot of angry people when it comes to English dub. There's just a ton. You just have to find them in certain ones. But then you also have in some of the sub ones, just sounds kind of weird.
The worst one I have seen this far though is Death Note in both dub and sub because they sound so bored. Everything sounds so bored. They're like, oh, he died. Yes. We need to do this. Like,
it is an old anime. What do you expect?
Yeah, but both versions, like, okay, could no one be a little bit happier when it's happy? No, we're gonna sound like we're depressed as fuck.
It is that, like I said, it's an older one. Plus, it's just like I don't know, it's a more of a serious thing. There was no real joking to it most of the time. So it was like trying to be an overall serious thing, so the tone was kind of set. And changing the tone wouldn't really work well.
Yeah, well, I still prefer sub because it's, even if people say, oh, but I want to focus, like, as long as you can be quick about doing it, like, I do disco while I watch, like, if I watch, unless it's Yu-Gi-Oh though, with Yu-Gi-Oh I can just sit and fucking play a game and get fucking what's going on because every Yu-Gi-Oh episode, in the end, is the same.
Well, here's the thing for you, buddy. That's all well and good. Would you like a medal for that? No? Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So, point overall.
I wanted a medal.
Well, that's the thing. When it comes to new thing, like, a lot of people don't always like to just constantly look at the screen to watch a show. Sometimes you don't have to. It's just the point that if you're gonna look away, like you can have like the voice of like in your language, so you can actually understand without having to look at the screen at all,
But if you're
and you can
watching
perfectly
a new
tell.
show, doesn't you want to be focused? If you're watching a new show,
I mean, sometimes yes, but other times no. You don't. You could just basically hear it, and
why
you know
watch
everything
it
that's gonna
if
go
you're
on.
not gonna focus on the show when it's new?
I'm just saying that at times you don't have to. I'm saying say that randomly you are not even going to look at the screen for maybe 5 or 10 minutes because you're having to do something, but you still understand, and then you just look back up. Or just a few minutes of something you have to do real quick.
Then you can pause it, as like I do, because I don't want to miss
Yes,
anything.
because a lot of people are clearly able to pause things. You're talking to the internet here who have the worst attention span ever. They have worse than a fly. And flies have horrible. So, yeah, no. You cannot get them to stay attentive to anything.
Well, when I watch a new show, I want to be concentrated, watch it, and I can sit on Discord then. That's it. I watch Discord a little bit, like I take something, but I still see what's going on. But when it comes to like an older show, like and especially again Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's because Yu-Gi-Oh is like the same thing over and over, and you basically already know who's gonna win.
Okay. Also, here's another thing I just randomly got to mention now. There are also people who obviously absolutely hate anime completely, which you know what that is, your complete choice, but I want to say this right now. So, Halo Gamer, I assume you're someone who does hate anime, because it kind of seems that way.
How dare
So, let me say this. Obviously, you play Halo. That's a given. That's where you found me. Was me when I was streaming that, I believe. So, there's that. Did you watch Halo Legends, and did you like it? That is the thing I'm gonna ask right now, and I will wait to hear that answer. Well, before I continue talking about it, I'll talk about other stuff in the meantime. You let me know. Anyway, yeah, dub and sub. Point overall, it's overall just a preference, and it's all subjective. There is no full-on proof which is better. Obviously, it's just whatever the hell people think. But I'm just saying that honestly, dub is not as bad as a lot of the sub people give it credit for. A lot of the times they're watching the older shows, and it's just like, oh god, it's terrible. It's just like, what? That's not cheating, that's an actual anime. Halo Legends is an anime. Absolutely is. All an anime is just an animated Japanese thing.
Like
that's it.
Iron Man anime too.
I mean, that's all anime is just a Japanese animation. There's literally no difference to it. I mean, they do have their certain styles, so that's why there's a certain style to animes, because most of the time, Japan has its own culture and its style that it goes for. But it's just the fact of that.
I'm gonna mention one non-anime anime. That's like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That is not an anime, and that it is. Because it really feels like one.
Yeah, it's like, it looks like an anime, it feels like an anime, but it isn't an anime because it's American made.
Yeah, well, that is another thing. Like I kind of still count those as anime for some weird reason, but that's just me. I mean, they're not, but I count them because like I have that and other things are made in American, like anime. It just seems like that.
The more confusing thing is when you actually realize that it's not an anime, and you're like, what? It's not actually an anime, but the style is anime.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, regardless,
you see the watches, like, isn't like RWBY also the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, it's technically told like it's just an animation, but at the same time, a lot of people will reference it as American-made anime. Which the thing is, it actually is closer to that now because they do have a Japanese version of it. Don't know why, but they wanted to make one with Japanese voices, which is not at all caught up, but it's there.
Yeah, and then you have Howl. Isn't it something with the howling? No, not howling cause that's.
I mean, okay. See, now that's just perfectly fine. That is okay. If you actually, that entire reason is literally perfectly okay. you don't like anime mainly just because the way that the fan base is. That I can perfectly understand because fan bases
Yeah.
and a lot of things are terrible.
Oh God, I'm gonna tell you the worst fan base I have met is Dragon Ball fans. That's probably
I
the
will
worst
admit
ones
that.
I have met.
I am okay. I'll say this: when it comes to the original show, obviously a lot of people more of Z, they're crazy for that. But I'm just saying in general that when it comes to it, yeah, sure, I'm a pretty big Dragon Ball fan too. But it's just like I don't really like the people. I don't like the freaking community a lot because it's just like a bunch of toxic freaks that go too crazy into it. And then people are like, oh, the freaking power level of Vegeta, this right. I'm like, I don't really care about his damn power level. Can you just freaking go with the show? Shut up.
And then you have like,
tentacle.
and if you say like, even if you're gonna say, oh, this show is not that good, they're like, hey, this is the best anime ever. And you're like,
Yeah, they're like, oh, Dragon Ball's the best anime ever. Dragon Ball Z. I'm like,
have you ever watched another anime?
see, that's the thing. That's the thing that only people will watch is Dragon Ball. Like, oh, it's the best ever. Like, what else have you watched? They're just like, I don't. Dragon Ball. I was like,
Like, most of them have not even watched another anime because
It's even worse when you have people who watch the basic ones that really piss me off. It's just like, oh, this is the best one ever. It's like, what all have you watched? It's like, I've watched, the My Hero Academia, watched freaking Full Metal, watched this. I'm like, those are literally the most basic titles you could ever find on the front page of an anime website.
I think I can mention MHA.
I mean, I agree. FMA is like
Dragon Ball, Naruto.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of. Naruto, One Piece, Fairy Tail, all that other crap. Just like that's the most basic ones you could think of. What are you going for?
But if you go like me that watch like Isekai Sheet Magician, like a newer one, people can be like, oh, I don't know what it is. Because one, they don't watch other anime than the fucking old ones because that's so much better. Like, no.
Yeah.
Yes, there is some good old anime, there's some good new anime, but if you start saying it's the best, it's not gonna work because.
I mean, I'll agree if somebody says that FMA Brotherhood's the best. I'm like, you know what? I'll kind of agree with that so far. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the best of all time because I don't know. I would say it's the best for me right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's same for me. Like, if it's for my daughter, I had even debated it. My daughter is the best anime for me right now because I love the story so much, and this I have not found that many faults in it. That normally, when I watch anime, I'm critical about the story, the characters, and how they sound and how basically the standard stuff to criticize it, and how prolonged it is. Like, do they do like episodes where it has no purpose to exist?
That's what I think about a show. I want something that's kind of like good on the story and not like, oh hey, we're gonna have a few episodes of this filler. Good, we're back to the story. Filler. It's like, can you just stick to the story, please? Like, I get if it's like a story that's like going along with like a manga being made right away. It's like, okay, you kind of have to put filler because you're kind of going back and forth trying to catch up with each other. But it's just like, just no. Or just how about this? Wait till that manga gets up to like maybe 70 chapters or something, or just like somewhere like a good number of chapters, then start making the show. Because then you have time to make up for.
Yeah. We trashed like 3 different anime last. Wasn't it end of the week? Sometime we trashed like 3 anime. I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, we're gonna have to make 100 episodes of one battle, and everything we're gonna do is like, first they're gonna sit and trash talk each other because why not? Because that's what they do. That's like the prolong of the battle in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like they sit and chat for fucking 20 minutes of the show, and they like put out 3 cards in total, and it's like 2 traps and a monster, and it's like, I'm gonna win this. Like,
oh, I'm gonna be the winner here. No, I think you're gonna be the loser. Haha, you'll eat those words. Like, okay, dude, can you just get better at your trash talk for once? And then you have the guy in the background just like, oh hey, here
if you
is.
it this way.
It's like, it's just like, oh, I don't know. It's like, oh hey, activate trap card. It does this. Like I have to explain it to you because for some reason you absolutely have no. You seem to be a seasoned, children card game player. Seasoned duelist. You totally know how to, play this. But I'm gonna explain it to you anyway. And then you got the people on the side just like, so he just played that card. That must mean he's trying to do this. Like, can you just shut up with the exposition already? Can I just watch these guys just freaking playing a children's card game?
No, we need to explain how to do it.
We need story out of characters who clearly have only been reading lore websites, like a freaking wiki page. I seriously think that's where they're getting all their information from.
This card, you're gonna do this and this to win.
I do.
20 episodes later, they still. Oh my God, he did that. That means that's not gonna work. His plan's not gonna work then, unless he does this.
Yeah.
Like, you like basically spoiling the anime by doing this.
And then you have some reason, like I think this happened either just in the dub or something happened, but they explained the description of pot of greed like in 5 different ways. Like, what is it? What does it do then at this point? I know what it does. I know, like I know what it does. It's just the fact that they say so many different descriptions of what it does, and I'm like, do you know what it does or not?
Ed, let me draw 2 cards. Like, okay. It's so fucking weird. They could explain it in so many ways, and in the end it's like, I get 2 cards, okay? That's it. But it's like, oh, I play pot of greed, and no, they're fake. Like, we know.
Yeah.
Can you draw already? Or did they play a card, and you don't see the card until after everything, and they're like, I activated this. And they're like, couldn't you say that like that you normally do? Nope. I have to activate it and then show it and tell them I activated a trap.
Yeah.
Because the explosion blocked it, so I have to tell you that I activated the trap.
I already answered it, but when I say it again just to be sure that you heard me. Telegram also mentions of, do we watch Rooster Teeth anime? I do.
I don't.
They actually have some pretty good shows. I mean, some you could just say are just cartoons or animations.
Or WBY from Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
List.
But by the way, it's pronounced Ruby. Don't know why in the hell does RWBY say Ruby, just because the main character's name is Ruby. Because hell, that's not freaking confusing. But yeah. It's totally Ruby, not Wubby or whatever the hell. But seriously, I mean, that is a good show. It just it's a little slow in the beginning, but then it gets good, and then it gets a little slow at some points. I don't know. It's good. Then of course they have the new one. I think like the newest that they have would be Genlock, which is on Crunchyroll, by the way. So that's pretty good. The sad thing about that is like, okay, it does have long episodes, but I think it only has like 8 episodes.
Yeah, I think what I watched when I and they have like movies of it. Like they have the volumes as movies on like
when it comes
Amazon
to Ruby,
Prime.
Yeah, they do have actual like they do straight to DVD on a lot of stuff. Like they'll have like the first season movie or like that as movie, and it's a lot easier just to put that as a full thing rather than doing individual videos, which are like 15 minutes or something. When you can just have like the full 2-hour feature. Yeah. That's the thing about those shows. Like it's just like that is good because I'd say that's one reason why it's kind of good with it, because like they're very short. So if you're up to those, they're pretty short and fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, way off topic into just random anime stuff, but point being though,
basically we're always going to. Have you learned anything from this podcast yet?
Oh, I know. Playing around, there's not really much we can really say much when it comes to dub versus sub. I just basically brought it in for the hell of it. There really was no reason to have it.
It's better.
For me, dub is better most of the time, but there is plenty of shows where sub is completely better. It's, you know, mostly just basically Attack on Titan, because I cannot stand dub, which, granted, I only watched a few minutes of the first episode, which could be the reason, but yeah, somebody told me today,
Yeah,
like
but
I was
you
mentioning
can
that to
basically
them.
notice.
I was mentioning that to them, like, oh hey, I wanna. It's like, oh, I don't like the dub to Attack on Titan. Like, oh, I like it. It's good. And I'm like, it just voices fell flat. I don't like it. Like, I no.
I mean, I think if you think about it, the anime mentioned to me that you like the voices of is so happens that one of my favorite voice actors in Japanese is in both of them. Like Noragami, you have. I don't know if it was the main character, or it was a character, but
I think it's the main one that you're on about.
yeah, and it's Kaji Yuki, one of my favorite anime voice actors in the only American one I have is Bay. But no one cares about that, okay?
Wait, what?
No, but
You're like lagging out of time, so I don't know what you're on about. Like that bit. Hello? I think we ran into some technical difficulties. Yep, it's literally not popping up. Huh. Okay. I think we just had like a very big issue there. I guess I'll just continue on about that. I think it was something. What? No.
one
Oh, hey, you come back. Eh? Maybe? We able to hear now? Oh god, it is way behind. Oh man. His volume is like super far behind.
Okay, but I was gonna tell you, yes, a main character.
The main character of Noragami?
Noragami, Yukai.
No. No, that's not the main character. Well, I guess that'd be like the side main character? I don't know how you said that. I guess it'd be A. That's
It says it's
that's
a main
Yukine.
character, so it's probably like.
It's Yukine.
Yeah,
I'm just letting you know how it's pronounced.
Espanol.
Japanese, but
It's
okay.
the main character.
You know.
That's Norag.
Same time. But
Wait, it is in Nor 9 too.
huh?
I started watching Nor 9 on, and he's the kind of fucking part of that anime too.
That joke. Anyway. Don't die.
You're not my dad. Oh, who are you?
Apparently you got abducted by aliens a second ago because I couldn't hear you for the longest time, and then it got super delayed. What you were saying? Yeah.
No. 189 ping.
I can't even tell your ping.
Touchdown. What?
Hmm.
The connection info at on Discord.
There we go.
That's how good ping I have is.
I think mine's like
When I-
34.
Yeah, because you're in America. I'm in the Europe.
Yeah, you
No,
could have
continent.
given us a middle ground like UK or something.
Nope, Europe. I'm in Europe, Sweden.
I know, but I'm saying like give us a middle ground. That is a middle ground for us.
No, that's not. That's the irony. That's not even a middle. But I would still have better connection to you. But that's because your server is in the United States. It's your server that makes it.
I know, it's the server. You have to change the server's location in order to get a different area. Anyway, that's basically all we can basically say about the whole dub versus sub deal anyway, because, yeah, it's not much to say other than the fact that we have our opinions, and everyone does. Yes. We're not really trying to trash anybody who hates, or, likes the other one over the other. It's just our thing, I guess. Me, I like dub because, I don't know, mostly I just like a lot of the voice actors that are on it, and I can always just pick one out of nowhere. Like, oh hey, I'm watching this new show, and oh, I know that one, I know that one, I know that one. Just, yeah, kind of fun game for me.
One thing I hate though is when they dub the intro. Like when
I hate that. I have to agree with you there. I hate that. I hate when they dub over any music, which is why I hate freaking the Dragon Ball stuff. Like, that's the only thing I hate. Like, I'll randomly say it for anyone who doesn't watch, obviously, but Dragon Ball Super, it's obviously a very long one. It's like 130 something episodes. But basically they...
the one that got like fucking D canon because it was so bad.
Well, it's not that it's like not canon, it's just that they have different canons. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, the anime is like, they have their own canon in a sense. The anime kind of has its, the one that people follow on the most, but the manga follows its own within the same story boundary. Like, okay, it'll still have the same arcs where it's like, okay, this happens in this is the villain, this is the story plot, but anything within that changes between the art, the manga and the anime. So it could just be whatever they want. Just keeps going.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, when it comes to music, like, I don't mind if I get it if it's a kid show and the kids watch it, fine. Then you can dub the music for them.
But when you have pretty much Dragon Ball is not a kid show. I mean, it technically is, because I mean, a bunch of people watch it as kids. But
yeah, but it's like PG-13 or something.
Nobody pays attention to ratings, but
Jesus Christ, ratings? What is this?
I don't know, but okay. But point overall is that, yeah, I do hate that, because in Dragon Ball Super, you have, like, in the latest arc, basically, they have, like, this song that comes on in the Japanese, in the subbed and everything. Like, that version of the song sounds awesome. Like, I love that sound of the song. But then, you have this cover of a song that made it into the dubbed version, and I'm like, this sounds nothing like the original. Like, okay, if you were just to make one that even sounds good, I would have been okay with it. I would have been tolerable. I'd be like, alright, that's fine. But that one doesn't have the same pacing, doesn't have the same energy. It just sounds like some random guy, some random YouTuber just like sitting in front of his mic trying to sing the song. Like, no, you did terrible. I'm sorry, random person out there who did it, but geez, like, you shouldn't have got into the show. I think it should have been someone else who got that dubbed version. Or just, hey, don't dub the freaking music, freaking keep the subbed version. It's not gonna kill you. We don't need to understand the lyrics to the song, we just need to hear it and say that it sounds badass. It does not sound badass in that crappy look.
Like, I mean, I get it if you dub the song overall, like, if you do it on the side, it doesn't add it to the anime. It's doing like your own dub version to show, oh, this is how the lyrics sound and this is how how it could sound, like Amelie does. Is it Amelie? Yeah, Amelie does. That's fine, because it doesn't destroy the original intro, and it sounds...
She does pretty good at that. She does definitely pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I said, when it comes to like the good English translated versions of songs that I find good, like I'll mention them again. Emily. Oh God, don't destroy your thing there. Emily, I think it's Megami 33. I think that's what it is. Megami 33, Studio Yuriki. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I guess. Caleb Hollis isn't too bad in the stuff he does. Yeah.
If they're gonna use that version, use people that actually use those people then.
I mean, a lot of like dub actors actually started out as musicians or vocalists. Like, that's actually how they started out originally, and then they got brought into it. Which I think is kind of how Emily got cut in.
Music?
Yeah, Vic does music.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. Also, the best voice actors is all is musicians because they know how to often.
Yeah, they know how to like do different pitches and everything with their voice. Like they have good control over their voice, so they can do good at either doing like an impression type of deal or changing it if the character demands it or something like that. So in that case,
Yeah, and that's the thing. But if you hire say we hire a random person.
If you hire me, you're not going to get anywhere good. Just telling you now. Don't. Okay, I'm not trying to say any indie like game studio who needs a voice. That's fine because you can easily do your normal voice. That's good. But like a super professional like anime or something that requires you to do like super crazy stuff, like I wouldn't say don't hire me in comparison to some professional actor that you can get instead. That wouldn't work. That would not work. That's not a good idea.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, an episode of Dragon Ball where you sit and tell them how they're gonna power up for 20 episodes.
30 really, but
yeah. 30. Oh, you see?
It gets so horrible.
Oh my god! Think about the battling of that. Like someone.
Wait, so that's what I thought. That's one thing I never understood about it. Like they drag out fights so much because it's like you have in Z. They had a whole like arc where it's like, oh hey, the planet will explode in 5 minutes. Yeah, that took 30 episodes roughly to explode. So you had like 30 episodes of a 5-minute period. Like, how does that work? And then you have in Super where it's like, oh, you have this tournament that's going on for 48 minutes. How long is that in episode time? Roughly 100.
2 episodes. Yeah, but in episodes...
Or not really 100, it's like...
2 actual episodes.
50?
But...
50 episodes, maybe? I think it starts like episode 80, and it's like 130 something, so... somewhere around there.
So basically, those 22 minutes that you watch an anime, they drag just out 1 minute per episode in the show. There's
a lot of points in the episode where they're just like having like a staring contest for like, you know, a minute or two straight, and it's just like they're just sitting there like, we're gonna battle, we're just gonna sit here, we're just like they're just like sitting there staring, and it just like does like a music thing, just like staring, just camera moving around, like, get on with it. The only thing I hate about freaking about Dragon Ball and a lot of mostly just Super, they mostly do it in that show, and the other stuff they didn't do it too much. But anyway, that's basically all we gotta say about that stuff. But yeah, how dare you?
the way to insult Nexus, you sister.
Yeah, that's a reference back to when we were talking about when we did the Blank Dream stuff. I made a joke of how she would like stare into mirrors, and I made a joke where she just stares at people judgmentally. So.
Yeah, she literally gonna say stare.
Like, stare.
And we just continue that on the whole time.
Yeah, we just basically kept saying it. So I'm sure a lot of our jokes got old in that, but you know, it had to be done. But.
And guys, if you watch that, don't judge my one of my characters I was. I did a little bit too good. A bit too good of the case I made it.
Yeah, one. The other guy? I don't know. I think all he wanted to do was just sit down and have a beer. I don't really think it was much of a grand thing.
Yeah, like, I want a bed. I want back in my day. No. Fuck! Okay. I can't do the voice. Back then I could do the voice.
Loud.
I love my old mama. Back in my day. By the way, could you give me a beer? I want a beer. No beer.
You just sound like somebody in like You just sound like someone in like a 2006 or 7 attempt at abridging something, which in this case means not that great.
Funny. Today has been a really good day, I'm gonna say. We have really been up to the standard of this podcast.
But yeah, actually, it's not that bad.
For one, I feel like this is one of the few times we actually don't cover. I want to say this and the history episode was the 2 best episodes we have done this far.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to do more of this type of deal where just like jump in, say, forget about the topics, we'll start randomly thinking of the stuff on
Yeah,
top of
but
our head.
here's the issue: we can't do that because
There's not really much to
okay,
talk
I'm gonna
about.
tell you guys, our history is so fucking funny because we sit like we sometimes we sit and chat a while after, and guess what? We have great topics then.
Yeah, great conversations that we didn't even think to talk about during the podcast. And it's like, we're sitting there for maybe 2 hours after it had already ended. Like, maybe we should have been talking about this while it was going. Like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then you like, and you should see no, and this is like no, this is just in general every time we talk. We sit and chat about the best stuff we can when we're not streaming or podcasting or anything. But when it comes down to everything, we sit here and be like, so this topic and this topic.
Yes, it's just not that great. It's pretty bad. And, gone about what Hilligam is on about here, so I'm still reading chat.
I don't know, I
nothing
think
else
it's
to
going
do.
insane.
Well, I've been saying that port of muscle and everything. Like, hey, I got another feeling. I started to work recently, and
Yeah,
that
and
was
all
not
he
fun.
does is complaining. He's
Hey.
right by like, I can't do this.
Wow, some personal attacks going on in this podcast.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Just say that, nah, whatever. I want to see you come and do this job. I want to see you do this job.
If you
And
pay
I don't
for a
think you could.
ticket, I gladly come over to do it.
I don't think you would do very well. Just saying. Not saying that it's an extremely hard job. I'm saying that it's just like the pacing and having to do this fast and having to lift however much I have to is not very well.
See, he just cries about it. Jeez.
Do you want to have to lift like up to like go from like 70 to 100 pounds of stuff, having to pick that up, which you go and try to convert that over to
European. We
over to
use
your
the real
grams.
system, the good
I know,
system.
that's why I'm saying transfer that over to your kilograms. So
You have to make it work, and I'm not paid to work.
well then don't.
I'm paid to
You can
trash
just
stuff.
listen to the way that Americans say stuff. So again, that many pounds and then have to throw that over. Like having to like both create like stack up a wall and then throw those over the wall and then have to make like a giant freaking fort or like stack of stuff and just have to lift something that high over your head just to put it over there. Don't see that working for you. Because even I have some trouble with that one. Yeah, I know they use metric, buddy. I know. I can tell.
We all use metric because we are good. We are
Yeah, I know, we have to
normal
use the
people.
imperial
Then
system,
you
which
have
makes no sense.
America that's gonna be special, be like, oh, you have a system that everyone understands. Well, you see, look at our imperial system.
I don't really understand America, honestly. I really don't. Because, like, we basically changed everything. It's just like, the entire world, we use Celsius, we use meters, liters, grams, all this stuff. And then we come along like Fahrenheit, inches, gallons, quarts,
Pounds.
pounds, like
Why?
ounces. Just like, why is all this thrown in here?
And then America's like, yeah, you control those ones. Let us show you how it should be. Like, you just make it harder for yourself. you like, you're trying to prove something, but what are you trying to prove? I think in rugby or something they actually use the imperial system. Like I think they use yard at least. That's the only thing I think they use in like other sports. Is yard. But that's it.
Anyway, off to, I guess, yet another topic, because not much to go on about. We were just on about the anime thing. I think we should do the other anime-related thing, which obviously only I can talk about, because you don't know much about it.
No, I don't know a lot, because you just add topics and then I sit there like crying for a week and then...
Well,
still doesn't
you
know
could
what to
literally just search up a thing, and also,
But
it is
then I
literally
have
on the
to do a
trending
job.
thing everywhere. It is trending
Not for me.
everywhere. It is.
Not for me because I'm not American. And so isn't Wick either, really, because if you listen to his last name, it sounds Italian or French. It could be Canadian.
Wait, what are you on about?
Vic's last name is not
It's Italian.
American. It's Italian.
Yeah, it's Italian.
Good. Hmm. See, I know last name. I'm very good to guess where a last name came.
It's Italian. That's why it has a song called Italian Boys. Literally, yeah, it does have a song
Yeah,
that's
but
called that. Anyway,
Yeah, but I don't listen to his music, okay? What do
you
think
should.
do?
It's
That's
good
me?
music. Anyway,
Yeah, but I'm not.
well, you should. It's good.
Well, I'm really not.
You have other stuff you listen to that sounds somewhat similar. Go for it. Anyway, to go on about what we're on about. So the topic here is something that recently came around, which is some leaked audio from the Funimation studio, which in this case would be about Dragon Ball, because like it was leaked audio from something of Dragon Ball, which I did have a listen to earlier, and I was just sitting there like, the hell is with these guys? Like, the fuck? It kind of sounds like something that would be in like a TFS episode, like in an abridged thing. It kind of feels like some of that would be there, which is funny because the actor for like Goku in Dragon Ball doesn't like TFS at all. Like, doesn't really like him. Thinks like they're just not that good or whatever. Like, just does. I don't know. He's kind of a jerk. A lot of people say he's kind of a jerk. So there's that bit.
I mean, it's most probably because it makes playing, because in the general they make fun of every character in the anime, and some people it's like,
Well, it's
they
not really
probably
that.
enjoy-
I mean, I think one of the things that he said was that he doesn't particularly like them because it's like getting into Dragon Ball is like his life thing. Like, it's not that he wanted to do that, because obviously he had no idea what it was when he got into it, but it's just like it's become his career, it's become his life deal, and it's just like these guys coming out of nowhere and just like making fun of the whole thing, and so he's just like not really a big fan of it. But regardless, people
so
like
you just
him.
hate people that make fun of a show that is actually.
I don't really know if it's about to
Not
make
that-
fun of. It's just something along those lines. Regardless, so people at conventions and stuff say that he's just a dick. They just say that. Like, okay. Like, I wouldn't know because I've never seen him, but I'm just saying that, alright. Point overall is back to the leaked audio. In a way, it does seem like it'd be something from the bridge, but at the same time, it doesn't. It seems like they were going kind of further with it. They're going really further into it. Like, they had a bunch of different stuff that just made no sense. Like, we'll say that, like I said, the voice actor Goku did in the Goku voice, did a lot of stuff that was basically, I guess now, they would say it's a homophobic slur, but you know the word I'm thinking of, the one that starts with F. That obviously is a bundle of sticks. That definition. So, like, him saying that a lot, calling Goku's son that, like saying that he is that, and I'm not gonna say the word obviously because then I'm obviously gonna get an issue from Twitch or something. But there's that, and then
I don't care about it. That's like word.
well, I'm saying like I'm just saying in general that when it comes to like Twitch, they're obviously gonna come down on me because I'll say it. Yeah, because it's a derogatory word, so it's like it's a bad thing to say now. But anyway, he says
so
that
you're not allowed to smoke cigarettes on Twitch. Jeez.
I don't think so actually, but I don't know. But anyway, he said so he said all that stuff, and then there was like an incest joke in it as well, like from like Goku's wife in the show, like the voice actor that did like an incest joke, and like with the son. It's like, okay, like there was that kind of joke in TFS, which you haven't got to yet. Like you haven't gotten to that joke, but like there. I don't know if she was expanding upon that idea or if she just came up with it out of nowhere. Like, okay. Did that. And let's see. I'm trying to think of the other stuff that. Okay. The person who does You remember? Okay. Remember when I was talking about in Discord about the assassination classroom, the Kuro Sensei dub actor? When I was talking about him.
No, I don't remember. I'm old, you know.
Anyway, but Sunny Straight. That's actually the first name drop. I didn't even say the names of the other guys. But the person who does Krillin in this case did kind of like a joke, but I'm perfectly okay with, because he just like said bitch a few times. He's like, oh, the bitch don't want to pay this, so it's just like made a little funny joke, and then at the end he's like, I'm sorry. So like he actually apologizes for it. So I'm like, okay, his joke I'm cool with, like he's fine. Then for like 3 or 4 minutes, I don't know, somebody freaking, I think it was the guy who does like a bunch of different voices, Sabbath, like just does like a whole segment of like some like homosexual sex scene or something, like just like full thing of different voices doing that, like different characters and everything. Like, what the hell is going on in this thing?
Can you say what you said again? What I heard?
Okay, I
Did you
said
talk about a
that.
gay sex scene?
Yes, I'm saying that he did like a full voice like thing because he can voice different characters in the show, and like he did that with like different characters and everything in that deal, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on at that studio? And this is the same studio that fired Vic Mignogna, by the way. For they did it for many different reasons that people were throwing out in the air. Here's a couple of reasons. One reason would be that the kind of stuff that he did there is completely inappropriate, or the jokes he said or whatever would be inappropriate to their like policies. Like, okay, you're gonna say that you just had a bunch of all those jokes in that leaked audio, and you can tell it's them.
Isn't it that he also was homophobic?
Yeah, like saying like homophobic and all this other stuff, and then you have freaking Goku over here saying freaking derogatory terms for like homophobic terms and all that other stuff. Like, okay, now you're just getting too into that.
But okay, fine. If you making jokes sometimes, I'm fine with it. Can you most words? Even I don't care about like if you're gonna do a homophobic joke, as long as it's not over the edge, it's fine. Because I don't care. Normally it's like funny because it's so dumb often, but when it comes down to it, if you do it in an act as a professional voice actor as a professional, unless you're a actual comedian, you shouldn't do it. Like,
well, no, I mean that's. I feel like it's still fine. Doesn't matter if you're a comedian or not. It's just the point that their policies state otherwise. Like that entire deal that you're not really supposed to be going full on joke that long. For example, I mean, when it comes to when I said Sunny Straight, his joke I was perfectly okay with. Like, you know, I feel like his is actually fine. It was just joking around or whatever, and you know, it doesn't really hurt anybody. I don't really see the point of getting offended there. Yeah. But then every other bit, it's just like, what the hell? I mean, why take like freaking, you know, 5 minutes of people's time going through some sexual joke?
Yeah.
My God.
Also, Halo, please. I watch out from. I will attack both sides. I don't attack one side. Welcome to my world. Everyone hates me for being myself, and I don't care what I say or do, because I classify myself as a comedian in the way because I don't care. As long as if people think it's funny, it's funny. If I'm serious, that's another. Because if people take that serious, I'm like, why be offended? I don't mean it because I don't really care. If it's like when people are like, that's why I can make fun of the like I did last time, the gun violence, or because I can make fun of it because in the end it's just a fucking joke in the end, because no one really believes in it. People just make fun of it, and that is the issue these days, sadly, is that if one person thinks it's right, like it's completely like, oh, this is correct, that turns everything into a political moment from nowhere. Like, oh, you can't say, it's like with the anti-vaxxers. That was basically like, someone probably like didn't believe in it, but like made a joke about like, oh, vaccines makes your kid autistic. then you get that one fucker that's like,
Yeah,
without
that
proof,
entire
they're like,
bitch is
they-
completely stupid.
yeah, and then you sit there like, but there is fucking, do you see this paper here? This paper saying all the information about vaccines. Does it say anywhere that you get autism? And then they're like, but that's not correct. You know, you're fighting science, and I get it. You should fight science to a logical degree. Like, not everything science says is correct. That's a fact. That's a fact. Not everything science says is correct. But until it's proven that it happens, they are correct. Like, go back to the 50s, 60s. Smoking was good for you.
Well, technically, it never was good for you, but that's just what they thought. Again,
That was
it never
the
was,
science
but
guy, and they got paid to say it. They were paid to say that smoking was good. But then when people started to eat different decisions from it, they were like, oh, well, technically we lied to you. And now every country has this law that you have to inform people that smoking is bad. And then you have people that continue, can't read the title, be like, I don't care, I gotta smoke because it's cool. I wanna be with the cool kids. Welcome to our world.
oh yeah.
If you're new to this world, I'm sorry, man. It's fucked up. And by the way, guys, I hate censorship. If no one has noticed it, guys. I don't hesitate often. Like, I don't use certain words, like, because I don't see a point using them. Like the N-word, I don't use it because, one, it's no point. Like, the word itself means black in its original language, but you can just say black then instead of saying the N-word. Like, you don't need to use a different language word to translate something. Unless you talk about the country, that whatever talks about the country. And now I'm just rambling on because this is what I do.
Yeah, I'm just letting you go for it. Like, I'm not even interrupt.
Yeah, you like sit there like, yeah, it's correct most of it anyway. Like, if anyone ever watched my streams, ever, you can see how I don't fucking care about swearing. Like, I can say a lot of shit when I'm pissed at the game. I say a lot of very inappropriate words that I shouldn't say, but I'm mad. And I'm threatening a lot of
There's a bunch of other. I forgot. There was actually a bunch of other like stuff that leaked audio that I completely forgot about.
Oh, even more.
I mean, it's just basically it's basically around the same thing, just sexual stuff and everything. But it was like, geez,
And then you sit there like,
sexual jokes
oh,
from people.
so you kick this guy, this one guy, for allegedly doing crimes. Well, you have actual homophobes and racists in your staff. Yeah, welcome to Earth again. I recommend you, if you want to take over this planet, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm sorry, aliens, but choose another planet, please. I think you're gonna lose more of taking this planet than anyone else. Take Mars.
I'm trying to read an article right now more about this because like there's more to it that I'm not entirely sure about, but I've kind of heard another story about the whole Vic Mignogna thing, that one of the reasons possibly that he got fired was because of a joke. It was literally because of a joke, which was apparently something about one of the people signed a jelly bean with their name on it, and then he ate it and said, "Oh, I ate," and then said this person, said the person's name, and so it got taken all out of order. So I'm like, wait, what? Okay, I'm just seeing this now as I'm looking through this. I'm like, wait, why is that a thing? That is anywhere near true. I think I do want to leave this world because I don't understand what the hell is wrong with people.
Welcome to the wallpaper.
I highly doubt that's a reason, but I'm just saying, like, what? When they're playing
we'd be like, oh, you ate someone? Well, you're fired. You're not gonna call the cops on you, but you're fired. You ate someone. Like, is it that a crime? First and forward, if you think he ate someone, shouldn't you like call the cops? Like, maybe do that. I know it's crazy, but they do actually help people sometimes.
Alright, okay, that's going. Okay, I'm kind of like scrolling down this, like, and everything. Of course, it's people. It's kind of like trying to rationally explain the whole thing with the leaked audio of them doing all that. Like, in a way, yeah, it's kind of right. Like, they're just making purposely offensive jokes and not actually, probably homophobes or whatever. It's like they're just doing it just for the hell of it. But it's like, you don't really want to hear a character just start saying that. In some cases, it's funny. In other cases, it's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
And now if he
in some cases, it's both.
Well, he who hates TFS, oh god, he's gonna be in trouble now. Like, they're gonna make something with this to make fun of him now.
Yeah. See, I just got.
Because that's the thing, you should think before you talk, because if something ever gets leaked on the internet, you are screwed. Unless you're fucking a famous person and they take up some. Then you're screwed anyways, because apparently you can't say stuff 5 years ago. That is in the past. I'm sorry. If you said something 5 years ago, I'm sorry, it's gonna be used against you. Even though it's irrelevant to anything. I think we talked about this last time also. Was that just... Yeah, I think we talked tweets and stuff against people. Was that we chatting, or did we talk about it last week?
I mean, the last week or the last episode? What are you on about?
Last episode. Was it like last time we...
I mean, last episode was the game violence and stuff.
Yeah, but did we ever talk about tweets that people are using them against people? They said, like, they're using old tweets. Was that just a conversation we had in...
I think we just had that as Discord. A conversation. But yeah, that is rather stupid.
Yeah. Like, if it's, like, that's like, it happened to a lot of YouTubers get that. Like, something they said, and then they are like, yeah, I said it a while ago, and I have already apologized basically for everything I said back then. Why do you have to bring it down? Like, why? It's so irrelevant to any situation. And here is the funny part. Do you know which company does it? It's not the good company. It's the news. It's the news. The source where we should trust. And because they can't get views or people to actually read their articles, they clickbaited. And in reality, it's like just an old thing he said back then that he didn't mean. And then you sit there like, oh, well, you still said it. And it's really irrelevant, but like, what is his name? He who directed Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn?
Yeah, didn't he get fired because they found a tweet?
Yeah, they found like a few like offensive tweets that were like years ago, like 10 or something. I don't remember how long ago it was. It was like many years ago. Maybe I forget what it was. It was just like 2013
Yeah,
or
but-
something, like way before that. It was like quite a while ago
Yeah.
he made those jokes, but that was like way before he got involved in Marvel and Disney and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it was
And
way before
someone
that.
like drag it up, and that's so fucking why.
I don't understand the point of doing that, because honestly, after the years, you're definitely going to grow up, and you're going to realize, okay, yeah, obviously those are stupid tweets, should never post them, whatever, and just, like, move on from that. Like, that's, in his case, that's what happened, is, you know, he's nothing like that person anymore, he's completely somebody else. Completely better. But no, they're like, oh, he made these offensive tweets back in the day, he shouldn't be associated with Disney or Marvel. Like, yeah, something he did way back, and he's nothing like now.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, if you said it like a year ago and you probably haven't grown that much, yeah, fine, use that because that's like in the latest year at least. And you probably have not grown, that the person itself has not probably grown that much. But in the end, yeah, same for me. Okay, so like I said earlier, I don't mind offensive jokes. Like, if you're gonna do offensive jokes, I don't mind it. As long as you know it's jokes and as long as you like just make fun of something that is stupid like that, then it's like I don't care. Yeah, of course have those extreme comedians and stuff like that. It's extremely just too much of it, and it's more than jokes. It's more of a political joke. That is when it goes too much. Like, you can notice when there's like a political comedian and a normal. The political one makes all the jokes that is inappropriate in general. People just think it's jokes then, but you can see that it's like over the top. And you can say that their fan base is mostly not good people. I feel like we're going dry on top.
It's mainly because you're the only one talking. That's literally it. I mean, I was like trying to read this.
Yeah, and I just ramble on because we don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't know. In reality, like I said, it's not that I mean, to go straight back to the whole Funimation leak thing, it's just like, I don't really see that as like, oh god, they're terrible people or anything. I just think like, okay, you guys are, that's just like really weird. I mean, alright.
Yeah,
You've seen the
and it's just
bloopers
dumb.
of some of the stuff that like dubbing studios have done. Like, you know, they do bloopers and stuff, which this wasn't a blooper, it was just random stuff they just decided to say, like, okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it. I mean, one thing you should not say. You should think like, in the end, you shouldn't say that anyway. Like, unless you like. I get it if you do this. I get a joke. I'm fine with that, but like, if you're gonna do a joke, do it normally, like a normal person, because some people doesn't understand it's a joke when you do it like a specific way. But when you make it in a funny way, they can think that if you do it in a funny way, like a voice or something normally, if you're a normal person that isn't a voice actor and you do a joke with voice, often people understand that it's a joke because it's like dumb and it sounds dumb. But are you doing the joke in a voice that you use a lot, like a voice actor, you do Goku or any other anime character, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably because just a lot of people don't really see that type of happening, you know? It's just like, oh, you have to, if you're gonna be like some super popular character, you're gonna have to be professional about it and all that stuff. Like, I get making some jokes here and there, but it's like, when you're going a little too far, which in this case, I think that last bit of the audio, like I said, a huge, like, gay sex scene, basically, which, like, that, I feel, kind is a little far. That's kind of far.
Hey,
like, no.
If you wanna ship all the characters in place, let him do.
He basically shipped all the characters that he voices, except for, like, maybe 3 or 4. Like, okay. You do you, but okay.
Now we know what he's into.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I get it, just making jokes. That it's fine. It's just like, I'm like, okay, you went a little far with that one. There's plenty of things you can. I mean, if anyone's wanting to just randomly listen to it, honestly, you could just. It's easy to search up. It's literally just, you know.
Yeah. You have to link
Funimation audio link.
Because yeah, but you can link me.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. I mean, you don't really need to know the characters at all. You just have to hear what they're saying. I do obviously recommend you have earphones in because, you know, if you're gonna, just don't play that out for your family to listen because that's not the best idea.
Oh fuck! I was up to 469 ping.
This kind of reminds me of when I used to play World War Zombies with True. My ping would just skyrocket every time we played. It'd go from like 200 to 900. Jesus.
Oh my god, that happened when I played Swede with my friend. And he lives in Sweden, so he should have, but he doesn't have good internet in general. And randomly, he got up to 24k ping.
So that's a lot.
And he didn't crash.
Wait, 24k, that's...
24k ping?
Hold up, hold up. I gotta see. Okay, millisecond. No. That's just 24 seconds, okay.
You're like, wait, what did you say? Wait, I need to check this up. What is wrong here? Something is not correct here.
That is some terrible ping. 24 seconds of ping.
And your stream crashed.
Did it? It does that sometimes. Give it a minute.
And it's back on at least Twitch.
Okay.
Is YouTube coming up? Or
YouTube will just generally go back and forth. So for anyone randomly there, yeah. Sorry. Stream just when we went down and up. I don't know if that's like Restream that does that or individual things. I don't know.
Probably was your connection.
Could have been my connection.
We are having connection issues right now because I'm hearing you lagging on. And I don't think it's only my side right now.
Yeah, imagine playing with 6 minutes of ping. Like, okay, there's just like a bunch of stuff that makes no sense when it comes to ping. Like, Jesus. I don't know. But yeah, there's not much else to talk about that whole leak audio. Point being, you know, you can just look that up. I'll send Swede a link, whatever. What time is it?
We have only done 2 hours.
Oh, not enough on
It's weird. I was like, we've only done 2 hours. I feel like we've been chatting for like but
yeah.
God, we have like.
Well, we do have
45
one more.
minutes left, lagging out again.
I noticed. Oh, we do have one more discussion topic.
I mean, we need to save something for 2 weeks next.
Yeah, but I mean, this one is just something that's coming up recently, and I already have stuff to talk about when it comes to it. So, I feel like I'm just saying, I feel like in 2 weeks it won't really get very far.
And you're lagging out again. What is going on? Discord.
I don't know.
Discord. Please.
I mean, it's
stop
working
being bad.
Working fine now, but let's go back and forth. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to talk about this, and hopefully it doesn't lag out on both of our ends. It probably will, but yeah. So this discussion, little topic, is about something that obviously is always a big freaking problem everywhere when it comes to the world of gaming. No matter what, this is always a freaking thing people are gonna start arguing about. Console wars. Why does that have to exist? You know?
Yeah,
I don't really understand it.
We all know that PlayStation is the best.
To me, nothing is the best. There is no best. It's just you're playing good games on a platform in general. That's it. There is no
But I
better
hate
console
those
to me.
companies
There is
that-
no better thing. It's just I want to play a certain game and it's over here. Okay, I'm getting it. That's
like,
it.
I don't like when people say, "Oh, PC is better." Yes, graphic wise, yes. But
Graphics
certain
wise
games-
and mostly performance wise, if you have a good PC engine.
yeah, but certain games it's better for console anyways because good graphics to be good. You just need to be like playable. And yeah, you can use a controller on PC, but why go through that trouble when you can get the game for like the same thing for a console?
In a way, that kind of works with a lot of stuff. I mean, when it comes to some games, a lot of games are better with controller or on a console. Like, let's say certain arcade games or something. Like, they're not very well on PC. They don't really work very good. I mean, sure, shooters and stuff like that. Like, you'll probably want, if you want the absolute best experience, you're gonna want to get it on PC. But if it's like some kind of platformer or I don't know, dungeon crawler game, I don't know, arcade game, something like that, it's better just get on console because you just have actual face buttons and all that stuff to mess with, and it plays much better. It's stuff that's actually meant for an analog stick. But now,
But like, if you're gonna play a racing game, I prefer like console. Because
technically you
like,
can.
try to fucking steer with the keyboard.
Yeah,
It's
that
terrible.
is hard. Also, going forward and backwards, like, it's not as easy. I mean, you have to. Let's say this for example. Say, for example, you're playing GTA 5. Obviously, performance and everything, it's great on PC. Everything just like it will like perform way better there if you have a good one. But when it comes down to it, it's better to play on a controller or have the steering wheel if you're going to be actually driving a lot, because it has a more of a fine focus doing it. But if you're going to go a certain speed, then you have to like hold or tap tap forward or something. It just it doesn't work too great. Especially if you're playing on a freaking RP server, because half the time you're going to get like 60 tickets in 5 minutes if you don't freaking adjust your speeds. I don't know. But to go back over like the actual topic of console wars, everybody just goes crazy of like, oh hey, Xbox is better. Oh, PS4 is better. Oh god, Xbox sucks. Like stupid fanboys, all that crap. Everybody gets so toxic about it. Like, you just not.
We all know that Nintendo is the worst company and the best company anyway.
Not wrong.
Like they like actually no. PlayStation is the worst when it comes to crossplay. But Nintendo is the worst because they basically they limit their console, but they also have like the best games for the console.
That is one thing that kind of annoys me in a way, is that Nintendo is like the biggest exclusive hog. Like, sure, they have a lot of like indie games that are coming over now, or like games that are coming over now that are like ported over or whatever. They have a multi-platform stuff, so good, I guess. But then you have the exclusive stuff where it's just like, I really wish I could just play it on something else. Like, it'd be great to play Zelda or Mario or something on a freaking PC, like the new one's coming out. Play it on PC officially, not have to freaking get an emulator or something to get to that. And then have to wait a year and a half just for it to actually get fully optimized.
Or just a new like I wanna say like Mario probably won on a console anyway. But here's the issue: Nintendo and Sony is not the best of friends.
Well, I mean, you can still do the emulator stuff anyway, depending. I mean, the only way you really get the game, unless obviously you gotta freaking go find it on the internet, which, sure, you can do that, but wouldn't really suggest it. You can always just dump it from your console.
Well, I got so distracted by my keyboard because it was fun.
I got distracted by my keyboard because it's fun. It's fun. I like my keyboard. So shiny.
We talked about
RGB
the
chroma.
attention span earlier.
Yeah.
About, and then I'm like, oh, you said something. My keyboard was interesting.
You need that freaking freaking whatever it is, the ADHD shirt. Whatever it's called. I know you need the shirt that's like AC/DC. Highway to Hell. It's like I'm on the wait, no, wait, hold on. I think it's like Highway to Hey look. It's like, hey, look, a squirrel. It's just like, okay. You can probably use one of that.
I do have ADHD, so that's ironic too. Like,
definitely use it. Okay, but back to the console. I don't know. I don't really get it. And then there's a bunch of other people that just kind of pisses me off at how toxic they really get about it on certain things. Let's say, for example,
the player.
okay, let's say for example in this. So Neil Druckmann, which I believe is the P to Naughty Dog, I think he's like the VP to that. I know he's a part of Naughty Dog. I just don't know what his position is. I don't know if it's CEO or VP or something, but point is that. And recently posted on Twitter about how he was going to play Gears 5 on Xbox. Like, oh hey, during this, like, do that. You know, someone who is part of a studio that is exclusive to PlayStation but is playing an Xbox game. And everyone else is like, oh god, freaking like, it's like, why the hell are you playing that? You know, you're a PlayStation company, you're part of that. You shouldn't be able to play freaking Xbox stuff. Like, what?
He can't play certain games on PlayStation. That is one thing I don't like when I get the idea of having exclusives, yes. But I don't like it that much because it seems like you limited yourself basically for everyone else. Like,
you know what? I don't really understand the point of exclusive either. I mean, the only real point of an exclusive title is how much you're gonna get paid from the studio from like the platform themselves to do it. Or you're lazy. If it's like an indie developer, like, oh, I just want to make it for this platform, it's like, okay, I mean, that's fine. But then you have the other ones that are like, oh, hey, we're gonna buy your studio, or hey, we want you to just make it for ours, don't make it for anything else. Like, here's a special deal.
Bungie part of like Xbox for a long time when they did the stuff.
I mean, yeah, because Halo. Well, that's because Halo is a Microsoft product. It was always that. It was always just like
made the game for them.
Well, it's because Microsoft was publishing Halo at the time. So,
yeah.
Because before, just to get quickly into that little topic, a little side topic, before Halo was going to Mac because that's what they're on at the time, and then Microsoft comes in to help publish, so they get put over to the original Xbox, and then later down the line, you know, Bungie splits with Microsoft, and then they, for some stupid reason, decide to go with Activision as a publisher, and then that shit happens for freaking, what, almost 6 years? Almost 6 years they have that, or 5, I don't know. And
what
then
happened? What broke it up? There was something that broke it up.
They just knew it was a bad practice, because, like, Activision was basically just controlling about it. You know, I mean, they were controlling about what Bungie could do and couldn't do with the game and everything. Like, it was that type of terrible crap. And then they just decided, okay, we're just going to go by ourselves. Which is funny, because now if you look, it'll show on Destiny 2, if you go to, like, the Blizzard app or something, it'll say, developer Bungie, publisher Bungie. It won't show Activision anymore. Like, it just shows Bungie on both. Like, yes, good job, guys.
Oh, Bungie owns it now.
I mean,
fuck over Activision, and then it's gonna be free for. I don't know if it's gonna be free for play.
It's gonna be free to play for all platforms when it comes to the main game and the first 2 DLCs. Then the other ones, which is Forsaken and Shadowkeep, those are gonna be like paid season stuff, I guess.
I have Forsaken because I got the game for free on PlayStation, so I got Forsaken already.
I don't have that, but regardless, like, those you have to get on your own. I think what happens with me, from what I actually figured out, is on PC, I didn't own. This is another off topic. I will get back to the thing in a minute. I'm sorry. This is just. It's something worth talking about, I guess. Well, the freaking cross save thing came out. It's kind of weird because I didn't own the first 2 DLCs on PC. I only owned it on console. But when I made my Xbox profile, my characters be the main ones for every platform, then it just brought up my DLC as well, so I just got those for free. Like, oh, okay. Even though they're gonna be free next month, because now it's September.
Did you say that we're gonna have a crossplay?
I don't think they're gonna have crossplay, but they're gonna have cross save, obviously. I just don't know about crossplay.
I mean, that would be good.
In a way, it doesn't really matter because it's gonna be free to play, and it's cross save. So if you were, say for me example, I'd be on Xbox and I'd be playing. I have my characters there. If I want to play with you, I could just install it on PS4 real quick, and my character's already there, good to go. So it's not really much of a big deal.
Wait, are they gonna have? Is Destiny one of those games that you don't need Plus for, right? It's one of those.
If you're gonna play normally, I think you need Plus. If you're gonna, I don't know if you need it to play cooperatively. Before you did need it for some stuff, not a lot. That's the thing between like Xbox and PS. That PS4 kind of pisses me off.
Like, that isn't the Xbox fully that you need actual game.
Yeah, if you're gonna play online on anything except for surprisingly Destiny on some stuff. So another part of the console war that I will admit is completely valid arguments of why you like this console better. When it comes to Xbox versus PS4 or just PlayStation, I guess in this case, with PS Plus, like let's say demos or betas or whatever, you do not need Plus to their membership to actually play online. You don't need it. And in some games, you don't need it in general. But then when you go to Xbox, it's like, oh no, you need gold. You need to pay that $10 a month extra just to actually play your beta. Like, really? Or unless you decide, oh hey, I'm going to somehow get a 14-day trial of some sketchy CD key website. Like, that'll work.
Yeah, and here's the thing. That's the thing that disturbs me. That's one reason I don't want to get it. Yet I have next year. I want to play games with him on Xbox, but I don't want to pay a lot of money extra because I already have the subscription on PlayStation, and I have
the best way
friends that I played with on there, and if I'm gonna have to play with friends on Xbox, I'm gonna have to pay even more.
The best way to do that is just the $15 a month thing, so you can get both the gold and Game Pass. Because obviously that honestly is a really good deal. Because at that point you don't need to even buy any games because you already get like over 100 for that $15 a month. You get over 100, you can just keep playing like a ton of games, especially really every first party game on the console that's exclusive to Xbox goes to Game Pass as soon as it's released. So all the better titles and all the good indie titles and stuff like that are right there. $15 a month, don't have to pay extra for good games. Kind of a good way to go, and you have gold right away, so you play online with anybody. Yeah. So if you were to get an Xbox at any point, that'd be.
Then it comes cool. Like if you don't have it, then yeah.
Also Game Pass is now on PC.
Yeah, but like Fortnite is online only. If you fucking that's a thing. Sometimes it's like, oh, you have to pay it, play it. Like, why do I want to play something that's free to play and online only if I can play it on like PC?
It goes back to like the subscription type games, like let's say World of Warcraft, for example. Before, that's all it was just you could possibly get like a 30-day trial or something for a new or something, but then it was like, oh, you needed to pay a subscription fee just to play this game, which I guess in some case that's fine because that's how the hell you get your money. But yeah, and then in this case, let's say with, like I was saying with Destiny, you have if you're just playing normal story just by yourself and everything, that's fine. You can perfectly play that, and you can run into random online players just like in the middle of playing. You don't have to use any gold for that or plus or whatever. That should be fine. But I think it's when you go into like like bigger co-op stuff, like if you're trying to get friends to join you, or what's called like strike missions, or the PvP mode, stuff like that. All that stuff actually does require gold and plus.
Up on my PS4, as I'm actually have the PS4 up. I'm gonna go check on Destiny what it says, because it says in the description of what you.
Yeah, when you go to a mission, it should say like plus required. Because at that point, like I said, when October comes around, if I have enough space on my PS4, I'll install it. Man, that is something we could do.
Yeah. Oh god, if you don't need Plus for it, if you don't need Plus to play it, that would be even better, because then we can do a lot of it and we could stream it a little bit more. Because I did like it, but
also
it was like
we could stream it more, but the problem there is that I have to do the freaking integrated stream again, and that still pisses me off. You know what? Here's another point of why Xbox is better than PS4. The freaking PS4 audio system is completely screwy as hell. It's god awful, and I hate it. I don't understand why that made it so convoluted. It makes no sense. Like, you have... Okay. If you are one of those people who like to plug your earphones into your controller, that'll work fine for your Xbox. You can... And say you're like record with a capture card or something, or stream that way. So that works fine. You'll get audio perfectly fine that way on an Xbox. If you do on PS4, all the audio routes to your controller, none goes to the TV. You will not get a single bit of audio there.
Okay, I'm gonna say to you that you need a Plus membership to access online multiplayer.
It might change once all that comes around, because it might have been like an Activision Force thing. So we'll see. But
does it still say Activision on it though? Nope, it says Bungie on PlayStation.
Yeah, but only Bungie, obviously, it'll say that they're the developer, but I'm saying that it'll say Activision Publishing somewhere. If it doesn't say that, then they've already flipped it.
At the moment, I don't have Destiny downloaded because I started to fill up my 4 terabyte external hard drive.
I need to get an external hard drive for my PS4. Even if it's just 2,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I got the 4 terabyte and it's almost full.
I got a 3 terabyte for my Xbox One and it's almost full. Because I have a ton of games there.
Yeah, and then you see it like, oh wait, oh no, do you need, oh god, that would be fun if you don't need it, but there's a free trial of Rainbow Six Siege right now. And I mean, you don't like it, but if you didn't need the Plus for it, you could join for a little bit, because it's kind of fun when you play with like friends. Like, I'm not kidding, like,
I don't know, I mean, the only thing I like to do is just to watch that. I don't really like playing it much. I mean, I played it a bit, I played in the beta and all that stuff, and I played a little bit of the actual main game, and I'm just like, I don't really like this too much. It's not my style, and I don't really like PvP games to begin with.
yeah. What is it with everyone giving you, oh hey, you need this game, you need Plus to play an online only game?
I don't. Makes no sense.
Oh god, that I dislike. Like again, that's so dumb. That's
one
what
thing I kind of hate, that when it comes to both Xbox One and PS4, that was their practice to have this, and yes, again, it helps keep their servers running, because you know they have to have a lot of money income in order to actually have servers for games that are going to be lasting years. So in a way, I guess I get that. But then you have Nintendo over there, which for the longest time wouldn't go through that practice, not at all. But then they're like, oh hey, we're now announcing Nintendo Live. Like, oh, you son of a... You've joined the hate circle.
Okay, another new MOBA is coming out also, or a new MOBA
Boring.
comes out. Yeah, I was like, what is it? Oh, it's a MOBA.
Yeah, I don't like MOBA. Anyway.
Yeah. Like if I go to a free-to-play game here, like take Path of Exile, it's gonna be online only. If I go to it, oh, you need a plus for this game, so there's a single player. Oh, it has one player and it got a multiplayer. So basically, you can play it alone.
Okay. If you were looking at the Destiny like store thing, it's gonna say plus required in a lot of it, but you know, I've seen when I was actually, you know, on it playing and everything. It's just that, like I said, certain modes require it, while a lot of other stuff is perfectly fine.
Like I said, if I go to like Fortnite now, that is another free
I could
game.
Actually, if I have any friends who have normal,
don't
no, not that. I'm saying if any of my friends actually have the first Destiny, then I can quickly check that, because I think it's the same between both of them. I have the first Destiny already. I have like all of it for PS4 because I bought the complete edition or whatever, so it just gives you everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you,
circling
again, that's the thing with Xbox and PlayStation when it comes to online mode. If it's online only, it's not always sure that you're gonna get it free on Xbox. But on PlayStation, if it's online only, it's definitely often free to play for you. Like you don't have to like pay for.
Did you say Warframe doesn't need plus?
Warframe? I don't think need plus.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think.
That. I don't know. But
I'm gonna check. I don't worry. I can check. I have
Yeah, you
PlayStation.
go. But yeah, that's just a lot of stuff I don't know when it comes down to. I guess it's like valid points, but there's just a lot of people going crazy with the whole thing. Oh.
Why don't you show me the fucking actual game? Thank you. I want to work on the game, like not. Like I'm watching stuff. Like I wanna check what I need. Like yeah, you don't need it online. So if you ever wanna play Warframe, we can do that.
Let's see.
Here's the only thing you're gonna lose on Warframe though is like that also dumb is like instead of doing like oh you have to pay for the online mode, it's like oh you can get this stuff if you are plus because you get a free stuff. I have a lot of the fucking.
What was I gonna say? I don't think. Oh yeah.
That's
Another
okay, so
story
you
back
have-
to like someone on one side playing another side's game is, for example, look at Xbox with Nintendo. They have like a whole buddy system now, basically. I mean, if you can imagine playing, I mean, I mentioned this way before, but again, playing Minecraft on the Nintendo Switch while getting achievements on Xbox Live. That's a thing, and it's really weird. And also, those two have crossplay. PS4 doesn't even have a freaking Bedrock edition of Minecraft.
Nope, it's PlayStation 4 edition.
Yeah, I know. Which is really annoying because the Xbox One edition of Minecraft is actually discontinued. They're just like, oh, we're no longer gonna make this because, you know, you have the Bedrock edition coming out and it's crossplay, so you don't want to play this version. Like, but I want to play that version because it's much more fun. It's actually pretty nice. I don't know.
The old like Xbox One version.
Yeah.
Xbox Basic. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can get
that type of build.
If PlayStation
The
just
4J
accept, like,
edition.
If they just accept like, hey, can you add this game to our console also? I would
But it's
be
like on everything, I think. Like that the 4J edition, because you know 4J Studios made like on 360, One, PS4, PS3, and Wii U.
They should just made that version crossplay and
They
try to
should've.
play the.
I mean,
just take a step and let people have fun. Like
yeah. And instead,
But
it's
here's
just
the
like,
thing.
oh no, we just want to get this other Bedrock edition, which is which was literally just Pocket Edition upgraded. That was it.
yeah.
And like nobody wanted Pocket Edition. It sucks. I don't know.
Like, yeah, and that's also like that's an issue I have with PlayStation is that oh you want to play with others. Well, you have a lot of PlayStation players, but he plays
If I'm not mistaken, Modern Warfare is supposed to be crossplay.
the new one.
Yeah, the new one. It's supposed to be crossplay, from what I heard. I've heard like a bunch of people say that they're planning on making it crossplay. Which, if that
And
is
then
the
you-
case, then hey, I could be on Xbox, you could be on PS4, we're good.
And then you have the fucking then you have the PlayStation can be like no, I'm sorry, we don't play with others.
Well, I mean, they kind of do that now. I mean, they
Yeah,
were against
after,
it
like-
before, but now after like freaking the longest time of pushing for it, they're like, okay, we give in. You can do crossplay. And it's
For
just,
like one game, they did it for one game. And then like
well, that's the thing.
if you
It's
want-
developer dependent. Like, it's just if a developer wants to make it that way, which you know, Fortnite obviously was a fine enough
Here's
choice,
the
I
thing.
guess, because
I wonder if
it's already a
play-
thing.
if it's the thing with Minecraft is that is it a rival thing still? Like, is it a little bit of a rival thing? Like the PlayStation doesn't want to get the Bedrock edition because it feels like it's betraying their own.
I mean, it kind of is because the Bedrock edition is obviously owned and created by Microsoft, and
Yeah.
if they were to get on the PS4, they're not going to get trophies. They're going to get Xbox Live achievements off of it, so it's not a good thing to
Unless they
have.
make sort of like
I mean, they can't
Like-
because it's integrated into the Bedrock version. Like, it's now an integrated system to use Xbox Live servers. And while yes, PlayStation will be using Microsoft's Azure servers, it's not gonna be using Xbox Live servers. Those are two different sections. So
Yeah, but they probably could work it together somehow. But
I
that's
guess.
the issue. PlayStation doesn't want to work with anyone. Like,
no,
that
actually no, it
is
was
the main
I
issue.
think it was Sony who agreed on the deal to use the Azure servers, and then PlayStation's like, no, we didn't agree to that at all. That was Sony on our part. So PlayStation was mad about
Wasn't
that,
it-
while Sony was bringing in the gold, I guess.
But the PlayStation, here's the thing: Sony owns PlayStation, but PlayStation is like the baby. Like, nope.
Well,
I
it's
don't
kind of the
want
same thing when
to-
it comes to a few things. It's just like different studios doing their own thing, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of funny because if you think about it, we have Sony owning PlayStation and Microsoft going with Xbox. Nintendo's just Nintendo. they're their own thing.
Nintendo is like, oh, nope, sorry, we don't.
I
And
mean,
the
they
funny part
have.
was, Nintendo owned PlayStation from the beginning, like they or Sony from the beginning. Then
Well, they didn't really own it. They were in a partnership. You know, they were doing like the.
And then they were like, yeah, was it the Sony that was wanted to do this system? Like they wanted them.
Yeah, they wanted to add a disc system to the SNES, I think. And then, yeah, that didn't pan out. And then I don't know where, and the Nintendo 64, like, oh, hey, we're going to add a disc system to that, which, by the way, would have been probably horrible because those were on floppy drives. That would have been horrible. But, yeah.
Welcome to our world.
It's kind of funny because if I remember correctly, people are very upset about how high priced consoles are these days. I think a PS2 when it came out was like $400.
Yeah, and that was a high price back then.
Yeah, that was a high price back then, and people still paid. That was a higher price back then because people didn't get paid that much. So it was like,
And now it's like $600, and people are like, it's too expensive.
it's like that's too expensive. Like it should be like 200 or 300. Like a PS2 used to be like $400 back in the day, and you weren't complaining when you bought that. crap. I think a PS3 was like 800 or something because it was a PS3 and PS2, and I think a 1 also because it had the backwards compatibility drive. Which, God rest its soul, because it's just gone now. They got rid of that after like Gen 2.
Yeah, they didn't remove the compatibility. People are like, why?
It's kind of funny in that case that
I think they kept like the PlayStation 1 though because it was the PlayStation, but I think they didn't keep the PlayStation.
I never
4.
understood that when it comes to a lot of new consoles. But like, oh, you can't do backwards compatibility in the same way. Like, you know, emulation's a thing, right? And because you guys created it, it's way easier to like optimize for your system. I mean, that's
And
what Microsoft did.
that-
Because, you know, they put in an emulator for the 360 and the original into the one, so now you can play the classic games in the catalog. And PS4 somewhat does that with the PS Now stuff, so you can play like old PlayStation 2 games. So that's somewhat the same, but not exactly. Kind of more broken.
Yeah, because if you play it on PC like I tried to do, it kind of fucking lags a lot. But I've understood like Game Pass and stuff like that doesn't lag that much.
Well, that's because Game Pass is a download. It's not a streaming thing.
Yeah, and that makes it easy. But like,
Which is why PlayStation now kind of transferred from just streaming to both. I guess like streaming and downloading.
yeah, it depends. I think it depends on the game. Of like, see, or should be. I don't know because I stopped using it after like 2 months. I was like, I don't use it that much. I may get it back if it's supposed, like if it's in the future. But
I'm
right
really
now,
wanting to try Game Pass on PC, but I don't think I have enough space. 'Cause, I mean, I really want to
Space.
try it because I do have Game Pass Ultimate, So obviously, again, it'd be nice to try. I don't know how much space I have. I have 40 gigabytes on my internal, so I could do that.
Good for you. Want the medal?
No, I want to try it, which I probably will tomorrow, because I can't right now. Because as soon as we end this, I'm gonna be going to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Right after we end it, cough, cough.
Yeah. Let's end this in the next 5 minutes. 20 minutes later.
Yeah, and not only that, after we end the stream, when we say, oh, we're gonna end now, when we end the stream, we have not ended yet, but we end about that. The next 30 minutes more, we receive a chat about stuff that we should have talked on the podcast.
Basically just clear up on the whole console war thing. I mean, that's the thing. Another thing I was gonna mention is like one of the executives of Xbox was playing PS4 games, and people thought, oh god, that's weird. Like, how is it weird? I don't know. I guess just people think that when you are a part of this company, you're only allowed to play that company's games, not anything else. Like, gamers first, employees second. That is the thing. You are allowed to do whatever you do. It's not like, oh, you're contracted to only play these games, and or this console, if you play another console, then you're fired. Like, what the hell kind of company would do that?
And I think very for if they even add that to the contract, they will be like, no, I'm not gonna work here
You'd get
because
sued immediately if that was part of the contract.
yeah, because here's the thing, as a gamer,
That is a
no
free...
matter what sort of gamer you are, if you think a game is better on a console, you're gonna play that game on the console because it's good. And if it's exclusive for a specific console, you can't do it. You need to get it on that console. Like, oh hey, I wanna play Mario. I need to get a Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
If I wanna play Until Dawn or yeah, I think Until Dawn is coming out on PC, but back before it did, I have a PlayStation for that. I have to have a
If you want to
PlayStation.
play any of the Naughty Dog games, you gotta be on PS4. If you want to play now any of the Insomniac games, because that was recently purchased by Sony. So Insomniac now can only do, or I don't really think it's now, but basically it's just that very much likely exclusive only to PS4 when it comes to games, which I think the only Xbox Insomniac game that was available was Sunset Overdrive. I think that's the only game that they did on Xbox. I don't know, but yeah.
But also like when you did like Halo back in the day before they had PC, you had to get an Xbox 360 or a normal Xbox.
Well, that depends on the thing. Because
well, back in the day when you had exclusive, like.
Well, it wasn't entirely exclusive. There were still ports to PC because it was a Microsoft product, so they were allowed to do that. It just kind of stopped after 2. Because with Halo 1, it was you made the Xbox version, then GameSpy, or no, was it GameSpy? Gearbox. Gearbox ported it over to PC. Horrible port, by the way. And then we had Halo 2 after that, and then it got ported to PC for freaking Windows Vista for some stupid reason. Which, I mean, it was literally called Halo 2 for Windows Vista. Like, why add on that little mark? But you got that, and it had the stupid Games for Windows Live crap on it, which you can take off now. There's a way to take that off, but that's on PC. Still kind of a bad port, by the way. I mean, it fixed a lot of the issues that the original Xbox One had, but at the same time, it's like, those issues made it fun. Why'd you take them away?
Oh yeah, I get that they fix bugs, but some bugs is not meant to be fixed.
Yeah, just like some bugs, like they create the experience. Like they really do.
Like if you go on a certain rock in a game, you may fly up in the sky for like fucking no reason. And like
yeah, that's the thing in Halo 2, super jumping. Like if you were to jump and then land on a certain like vertex or something, which obviously, you know, like a little polygon triangle, basically if you just like hit that, I don't know where your character will just fly super high up in the sky. Like it's really weird, but it happens, and that was basically taken away in Vista. You have to do like some other stupid crap.
and stuff like that. It, People that watch my stuff sometimes knows that I love breaking games. Like, if I found something like that's done, I'm like, I wanna try to like, can I make this game crash? Can I make the game actually crash? I did that with Overwatch once. Like, if you remember, did you ever, you know this Halloween event they ever had, like when you defended a port or a gate, like a big gate.
I wouldn't really know.
You could do yeah, but it was a custom game. You could do it in a custom game, so you could amp up your health to, like, you couldn't basically die, and the enemy couldn't die. So basically, and your door was basically, but you killed them, but then it come more and more, and you couldn't do anything because the game started lagging and lagging. It was so many entities, and I was like, this is fucking fun because I'm breaking the game. One of my friends crashed because it lagged out. Dude, that is fun because that's the fun stuff, like saying a game is breaking it to infinity and beyond.
That's a thing, because we were talking about like patching stuff that creates the experience or whatever. In a way, I do get that in a lot of ways, like, you know, like the bugs or glitches that just make it. But then there's the part where it's just bad port. Like I mentioned before in this, I'm gonna just, I guess, just create this a whole new topic, because screw it, we're done with the other one. But this whole being of like the way the stupid Halo ports went, which made freaking sense and was stupid. The reason why they're horrible ports is because they just had terrible like bugs that made no sense. Like, let's say in the sky of one of the levels, there's supposed to be like fog or whatever. It's supposed to look like a natural sky. In the port, it's just like a white void. Look up the white void up there. Like, what the hell happened? How did you not do that correctly? And then another stuff would be like bad, what is it, bit mapping or bump mapping, basically like on the wall, little details. They're supposed to poke out a little bit, but instead it's just a flat image, like a flat texture. So it looks kind of bleh. Point is, that stuff happens. And the bad point about that little bit is that it, well, the real annoying thing about the PC versions of the games is that they're not co-op compatible. Halo 2 has like a co-op mod, which I have done a tutorial about, but it's very buggy, very crashy. It'll crash like all the time. But it's like, it's not co-op compatible. It's like, why not? Was with PC games in the old days, like, oh, you're on a PC, you don't need to play co-op with friends, like, that's a console thing. Like, no, it's not. We want to play co-op. Why not? Help us out.
Next, check your channel.
Why? Because it's a tutorial there?
No, check general. Just check the general show. I don't know if you've seen it. I just saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? Now it's just like, that's like beyond our, like, I can go like beyond like existence and like everything like that. But it's not only, it's not only beyond existence, it's like beyond fucking everything. Oh god. We shouldn't check Discord because we find stuff that is not good for health.
Pretty much. Especially when it comes to freaking Halo Gamer. We can post everything in there that makes no sense.
Does anything ever make sense? What is sense?
The thing about ports though, that really, just the last thing about a Halo port was like when they were put into MCC, what I never understood, they didn't fix what really broke a game. So, to explain for you in this case, you basically have skulls, which are difficulty multipliers. So a skull can like create a different effect in a game. So let's say one skull can raise an enemy's like health, or another one can make it to where your shields or your health won't regen until you punch somebody in the face, which is pretty funny, but that's a thing. Basically you have that type of stuff, and let's see what else I'm thinking of. There's a skull called Iron, where if you turn it on, if you're playing solo, and you die, you have to restart the entire level. If you're playing co-op and you die, you have to go back a checkpoint. So you would go back to the last checkpoint, basically. And in the second Halo game, you have it where if you're playing on Legendary with co-op, even if you don't have that skull turned on, no matter what, if you die, you will go back to the last checkpoint. I never understood that. It was always so broken, and when they put it into the new MCC, like, nope, they didn't even try to fix it. They just left it as is. Like, why?
But that's so, like, if you're gonna do, like, that's the thing also, or you do, like,
It's like a
what, like
remastering
I've
of the
told a
game.
lot
being
of time, is Ark. That's like the most broken game I have ever played.
If you played Halo 2, you probably found that extremely freaking broken. For some reason, it's everybody's favorite game. I don't get it.
Because it is so broken.
I guess, but it's like everyone's like, oh, Halo 2 had a great story, it had great multiplayer, it had all this other stuff. Like, dude, Halo 2 is the most broken out of all of them. Like, the reason is because the game was so rushed when it was in development. I think they like had 16 months of development or something, and it got scrapped, and then they had to restart. Like, they had a huge bit, and it's just like the whole game got scrapped and restarted, and it was rushed. So a lot of it's broken. Like, you're not supposed to jump as high as you do. The little button combos you can do to quickly reload or something isn't supposed to be there. The legendary thing I told you is not supposed to be there. Just
and if they didn't fix it when they ported it.
Yeah, and if you are also playing on legendary, it is a nightmare on 2, on the second game, because you can get one hit punched by an enemy all the time, and that is really horrible. Just one hit kill. You can get instant sniped by some of the enemies, so you just be walking down and pew, pew, just dead. No, you have no chance to even try to kill that guy. And then there's like one level where it is almost impossible to beat the first area because you're immediately fighting people and you get killed instantly.
What? I zoned out again.
I figured as much.
I was like, oh, he's still rambling on.
Well, you rambled on earlier. It's my turn.
It's my turn, okay? I want to join also.
All I'm saying is that Halo 2 is very broken. So if you're going to be getting that when you get an Xbox later on or whatever, if you do, just know Halo 2 might be pretty broken. Or you could do what everybody else does, get it on your PC, because you can do that. And by the way, it does not need that good of a computer. It's the one I was telling you about, the bad port. Like, it doesn't need that good of a computer.
Yeah, if you can play them Vista, I kind of get where it is at.
Well, it's just that it was made around the time for Vista, so they just said like Halo 2 for Vista. But you know, you can actually get the game now.
I want that version on my PC.
I mean, I can give you the links for it, because I mean, it's not like bad to have it now. I mean, you can literally just, there's a whole thing where you can get like the whole thing set up and have it where you can play multiplayer with people online and all this other crap. But point is, and also the campaign, everything's like right there for you. But yeah, you can just do that if you wanted to. Pretty broken.
And if I can stream it, I'm gonna be like, broken game.
I'd at least say if you were going to try the game for the story, other than trying to just break the game and that's it, then at least say get the first Halo first. I say just get the first one. Get what? Oh yeah.
Is that also good for PC?
Yeah, it's obviously requires less. It requires a lower end computer just to do that too. So basically, you know, you're perfect on both of those games.
Yeah. But with that said, we are at our 3-hour mark right now, so
we should definitely end. No, let's end now and then talk for 5 minutes. We're just gonna have to end. It's just gonna have to happen.
So basically, like our usual endings like this is, don't forget to subscribe to both of us on YouTube, because we both actually upload stuff, or I
try.
Stuff. He has content he doesn't upload.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitch. we stream there. I mostly stream there, I mostly stream rather than upload, so there is that. So follow on Twitch as well.
Should be links in both our descriptions for
Yep.
both the things. I don't have his mixer, but nobody cares. If you watch on YouTube or Twitch, you don't need a mixer link.
Yeah, you don't really need the mixer. The mixer is just for those who prefer it, who just prefer to use it, because that's just like a main thing.
Loving fans.
I mean, that is a lot of things mixer's used for, but at the same time, there's a lot of people who just go there instead and like it better. So like, okay, for you guys, follow me on Mixer. You know, there's that, and nothing much else to say.
And check out our Discord if you want.
Oh yeah, Discord.
I don't know if my link is valid, but if you have an issue, if you join his or my Discord, on both are. I have 2 Discords, if depending on what you want to do. You don't have a Discord link?
That should work. So I have my own command.
Now it came up.
It takes a minute. So it should probably show up on all 3, maybe, I'd hope. I don't know. But basically I just set out saying in the chat right now, I put out the Discord link, so if you want to join, there you go. It should also be in the description. People watching later.
This on Discord or on Twitch, if you do the command, same command here, have, like exclamation mark Discord. But if you're on Twitch or on YouTube after this is uploaded, I think there is a link. I think
there's a link on my Twitch, in my Twitch bio. I'm not sure, but I do know in my YouTube channel art there should be a Discord link there. So.
I don't right now. I'm gonna have to fix like stuff like that, but I'm lazy and
I gotta fix some of mine because there's some old info in there, especially my internet speeds. It's no longer that high. But yeah.
Everything on his channel is old. But yes, see you guys in 2 weeks, unless we stream something else in the middle of the everything.
Yeah, I tell you now though, if you do that Halo stuff, I will absolutely join within a heartbeat, just to see how much you could break a game without telling you how to break it. Okay.
You know me, I can break it without even intentionally breaking. But yeah, we wouldn't talk. So see you guys now and end stream.